Today is the day. Credit Academy is open. It's officially open. You are literally now able to go to the website and sign up and join the academy. That sounds crazy to say. That sounds so crazy. It's like I practiced saying that one sentence for so long, and it's just that. That's crazy. Okay, so let me just start from the top. Credit Academy is officially open. Credit Academy is my membership, the first membership that I've ever done. I've never done a membership. It's my first membership, and what it is, it's designed to be an all-inclusive way to fix your credit, whether that is you repairing your credit, getting rid of or challenging or properly disputing your derogatory accounts, as well as rebuilding your credit profile, building your profile, and learning of everything that you need to know about credit. There's no topic that we're not going to cover within the academy. We included in your membership to the academy, you will gain access to my patent pending software that will analyze import and analyze all three of your credit reports and give you the best case scenario on how to properly challenge the items that you need to challenge, like your collections, your charge-offs, and stuff like that. It'll send the letter a customized dispute letter that is only solely based on your actual credit report. So it's not just you going to Google and downloading a random letter hoping that it worked. Like, no, the system is reading your actual credit reports. Let's put an S on that, reports, because it was very important to me that we had all three credit bureaus. So it's going to read all three of your credit reports and determine the best solution, or not the best solution, I'm sorry, the best challenge or the best dispute for each of your derogatory accounts. It'll give you the letter, it'll email you the letter, and then you will send the letters to the credit bureaus. Then the following month, it'll follow up on that to see if the credit bureaus made any changes, or like if they deleted it, if it updated it, or whatever the case may be. And it'll also then give you a round 2 letter. So that is the software. It's included in the Credit Academy's membership. And then along with the along with the software, you'll also get access to a private Facebook group where we'll use it as sort of like our support group. So that's where I will be monitoring if you have any lingering questions, if you want to ask me anything, that's what the group is for. A lot of you guys here are in my Facebook group. Of course, shout out to the Credit Cousins. I have a Facebook group right now, Road to 750, which has amassed over 470,000 members since the inception. And I'm so grateful for all the Credit Cousins. Shout out to y'all. That group is amazing. It's huge. It's where I started. It will always be the bread and butter of Road to 750. But this group that comes with the Credit Academy is a separate group outside of that big group, because I wanted it to be a more concentrated space so that I'm able to talk directly to the members, have a more personal relationship with the members of the academy. Still going to be in Road to 750. I'll still do lives there, all of that. But of course, the membership, the academy is like, it's the exclusive one. So in the Facebook group, we'll be doing lives, we'll be doing credit training sessions, credit building sessions, webinars. We'll be posting things, keeping you guys up to date, letting you guys know what to expect. You don't have to have Facebook to join the academy, but I mean, I would absolutely suggest that you make a Facebook page, because you are missing a big chunk of the membership by not joining the group. But if you don't have to, we'll still make sure that we're emailing you and keeping all the members up to date. And then you also get credit monitoring. So it does track your progress. So the whole point of it being a guided DIY credit repair program is because, like I said, it is guided, but also it'll track your progress. So you can see what you've done, what letters you've sent, what day you sent those letters. And it's just taking the guesswork out of disputing. As you guys know, I've provided DIY solutions to credit repair for years now, literally. The last time we counted, which was like 2 years ago, it was over 10,000 people that I had helped personally, literally repair their credit, get homes, cars, all of that. And that was 2 years ago. So I've provided solutions for DIY credit repair for a long time, but this is the first time I've actually been able to provide a guided support, because this is different from you just going to my website, purchasing a packet, downloading the templates, and sending them. You know what I mean? This is a personalized kind of like approach to it. It's a guided approach. There is not always going to be, there's going to be sometimes where you have a unique issue and you're like, what should I do? Like, what would you suggest? So this is what the membership is for. You'll, ask me in the group. We'll have a suggestion box. We'll have monthly topics. So we'll focus on weekly and monthly. So some topics we'll focus on for a week, and we'll let you guys know, like, hey, you can expect to get a lot. We'll do a live on this day. We'll do a training session on this date at this time. And then we'll, you'll be up to date. You'll be updated, in terms of like the topics and stuff that we choose to cover. Right now, though, all you will have to do is sign up for the academy. And then the academy will pretty much walk you through how to get started with your first round of dispute letters. I want to get everyone's first round sent out prior to Monday, because Monday is when I planned on doing our first training session. So make sure you guys are logging in, printing your letters, and try your best to, see if you can send it out before Monday. And if you don't send it out before Monday, still make sure that you are attending the training session. So I wanted to give you guys time to kind of get acclimated with the system. It's super simple. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted it as simple as possible. I wanted my grandma to be able to log in and then be able to know how to navigate the software, how to import her credit report. So literally, it's made for everyone. It's foolproof. It's foolproof, like literally. After you sign up, you will you will get the Facebook group link, and then we'll have to, of course, go through and approve the members for the Facebook group, just to ensure that you are a member of the academy. Don't worry if you haven't been approved yet. Of course, we officially launched at 12 o'clock. So it's literally 2 o'clock. So give us about, I'd say 48 hours to make sure that we're getting everyone in. I won't do any training sessions or any lives until we are like obviously caught up on the request. So don't worry about that. You're not missing anything, literally. I do have to make another announcement. So the waitlisters, you guys received access to the academy at midnight. So I kind of surprised you guys and gave you guys the access at midnight. Shout out to y'all, because I was looking at the portal and I'm like, so many people have already printed out their letters. I'm like, y'all are on it. Like, and that's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. It's one thing to have people interested. It's one thing to have people purchase a product, but to see people being proactive, that's the shit that make me be like, okay, shit, fuck it. Let's go. Let's learn. Like, I'm ready to schedule a training session for tomorrow, because I didn't realize y'all was like this ready for it. But listen, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I'm loving it. Every single time I refresh the system, I'm literally seeing more and more people printing out their letters, importing their credit reports. So like, y'all are proactive as fuck. I love that. So, but shout out, and by the way, shout out to the waitlisters. Shout out to everyone who have joined so far. Love that. I'm so excited. Another thing, people who were having issues with their smart credit account. If you have had an existing smart credit account, when you try to import your credit reports, it may give you an error because you have to be on a specific plan made specifically for Credit Academy. So shout out to Smart Credit, because what they have done is, instead of making you guys wait in their general email box or calling their general customer service number, they gave us a back office number, and they dedicated a team just for Credit Academy to get you guys switched over and enrolled. They're trying to make it as seamless as possible. So shout out to our friends over at Smart Credit. I literally wouldn't be able to do my program without them. So let me give you guys the number and the email really quick. It's on the screen on YouTube. So number one, you can call. You can streamline your process by calling 1-877-372-3895. Or you can email them, and they actually gave us their supervisor's email, which is supervisor@consumerdirect.com. Supervisor@consumerdirect.com. Now, if you email, or when you email, in the subject line, make sure you put Credit Academy. They are tagging all of the Credit Academy emails to be priority processed or processed first. So make sure if you email, put Credit Academy in the subject line, and they are literally looking for your email to streamline your process to get your account switched over. Okay. So that's just for anyone who was having the issues with signing up for Smart Credit. If it locks your account, if you locked your Smart Credit account out, if you can't remember your password, literally any login issues with Smart Credit, they have dedicated an entire team to Credit Academy. So again, shout out to them. Y'all don't have to call like the regular 1-800 number and be on hold for a while. They gave us a special number, which is, I'm going to repeat it one more time, 1-877-372-3895. 1-877-372-3895. They're familiar with Credit Academy, so just let them know you're just trying to switch your membership over to Credit Academy. Or like I said, the email is supervisor@consumerdirect.com. Supervisor@consumerdirect.com. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything else before we get into it. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much all that I was seeing, unless you guys have any other things that you need me to address before we kind of get into our normal Q&A and just a little more talk about the program and stuff like that. Make sure I'm not missing anything important. Let me see. Okay, cool. So I see a lot of people saying they've already spoken to someone over at Smart Credit, got them in and out within 5 minutes. That's what I love to hear. Okay, so yeah. Whew, this is freaking crazy. It is ready. Like, it's here. So if you do want to join Credit Academy, it's $39.99 a month. And along with your membership, you will be repairing your credit. You'll get customized dispute letters to repair your credit. You'll also be rebuilding your credit, as well as you'll get free webinars, free credit trainings, a library of letters that is, by the way, it's by design that I didn't upload all the letters into the library as of yet, because I'll be adding them as our lessons. As we, have a lesson about a said subject, I'll be then adding, more letters or more guides to the template section. So just an FYI, I'm sure you guys probably have already figured that out. But like I said, just FYI, it is a growing membership. So as we touch on certain topics, content will be getting added. So again, it's $39.99. You get access to my patent pending software that'll import and analyze your credit reports and give you the best solution to disputing your credit accounts, including your inquiries, including collections, charge-offs, all of that. It'll also give you the correct follow-up, how you can follow up to the credit bureaus on any of your dispute process. It'll also track your progress as well. Then you'll also get access to an exclusive members-only Facebook group where we can, we go kick it. We have our training sessions. We have our webinars. You also get reduced or free admission to any other webinars that I do outside of Credit Academy going forward for as long as you're a member. So at the very least, you'll get 50%. At the very least, you'll get 50% off of any like big events that I do. Because you guys know I do pretty much like 4 large events a year. So you'll either get 50% off, or in some you'll actually have free access to. So you'll get that for as long as you are a member. You'll also receive access to a library of my templates that'll help you, my special templates that'll help you challenge other things outside of the credit bureau. So your LexisNexis, your check systems, your CoreLogic, your Certegies, all of the third-party bureaus, and all of that. Goodwill ladder, just things that are outside of actually repairing your credit. You'll also have access to a library of letters that'll help you with that, right? So it's a all-inclusive solution on literally fixing your credit. Like, it's not just repairing your credit, it's not just building your credit, it's not just trying to find what's the best solution for said subject. It's all in one, and all of that is for $39.99 a month. There is no contract. You are not obligated to even do a month. Like, you ain't obligated to sign up, but it's no contract. And I want to keep mentioning this. At any time you want to cancel, you can go right in your account and you can click close account, cancel. You don't even have to call. We're not going to haggle you. You don't got to email us and justify why you want to cancel. None of that. Literally log in your account and cancel. And it's no questions asked, no love lost, none of that. So I wanted to emphasize that, because it is a membership. So it will be charged $39.99 a month. And you can either pay the $39.99 a month until you're fully done repairing your credit. Whether that's taking you maybe 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 6 rounds, whatever, however long it takes you, you can either do that and then cancel. Or you can, you can cancel anytime you want. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. You are not binded by a contract at all. Okay. Now the $39.99 is the launch special price. So as long as you get in during the launch special, then you will be grandfathered into that price point. If you wait until March 21st, then you'll get the regular price, which the program will be $59.99 a month, right? So if you want to get in, I would suggest getting in now while it's $39.99, rather than waiting until it's $59.99. Even though $59.99 is still an amazing price for all of what you get. You obviously, if you're gonna get a discount, you might as well get a discount. So the line special is good for 30 days. But like I said, if you signed up and you your whatever price point you sign in or you sign up at, you are grandfathered into that price point. So even when the regular price increase, yours will not increase. That's illegal. I can't just pull a whammy on you like that. So you'll be good at your price point. Now the only thing is, if you do close your account and you do cancel and you would like to come back, you do have to come back at whatever price is current, like the market value. Okay, just FYI. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. All right. So now that we have all of that out of the way, again, one more time, if you want to sign up, if you want to join the Academy, go to roadto750.net. It's the first link in all of my bios, or you can just go to roadto750.net. Super easy to join. It should be, I'm hoping it's a seamless process. A few minor issues here and there because it is technology, but for the most part, it should be super easy to just get in, understand the system, and then we'll begin accepting members. And well, we have already started accepting members into the Facebook group. Give us about 48 hours to accept everyone. Oh, one more thing. People, the winners, the giveaway winners, you will be contacted within the next 72 hours. Okay. We have not forgotten about you. We haven't forgotten about you. We've literally been behind the scenes, chat. I have not even closed my eyes since last night. Let me just start there. Like, I've been so nervous, excited, and just all type of feelings. So, I mean, I've been waiting on this for a long time. So I literally couldn't sleep, but it was out of excitement, like literally out of excitement. But like I said, we'll be contacting all of the giveaway winners. And also, just a little hint, make sure you're following me on all of my platforms, because I may or may not, throw little hints, throw little random giveaways, like literally post a random giveaway on a random account. And if you happen to be in the right place at the right time, you can win. So definitely make sure you're following me on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram. Make sure you're following me, because I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Okay, because now we here now. It's open. The Academy is officially open. Like, it's go time. It is freaking go time. So let's get to our credit questions. If you are already a member and you have a specific question, the dope thing about joining the Academy is I can literally pull up your reports right here. So it's no more, I'm trying to explain this issue to you, Shonda, or can you look at this? No, I can look at it. I can. So anybody have any questions about their specific report, I can pull it up. Or if you are not a member and you just have a regular credit question, shoot them. Yeah, just ask them. No, it's .net, guys. Road to750.net. Ciao. Not my coffee done wasted. Hold on, y'all. Road to750.net. Okay, so for the people who signed up, because I'm seeing a lot of people say y'all already signed up. How was the process so far? And y'all, we really ain't even started yet. Y'all ain't even gotten the meat and potatoes yet. But so far, what do you guys think? And keep in mind, this is the infant stage of this software. The ideas that I have, the things that we're working on, this is the starting point. So it's literally only going to get better from here. I definitely want you guys' feedback for sure. In a group, it'll be a form that you can always submit feedback or suggestions, because help me grow this thing. Help me make it as best as possible. So I am open to all suggestions. I don't care if you feel like it's me. Y'all already know. First of all, keep it so real with me. Like, don't sugarcoat anything with me. If it's something that you like, that was a little annoying, or you can do this better, let me know. Let me know, please. As experienced as I am in credit, I am definitely new to like the software, industry, like the tech industry. So like, it's still new to me as well. I do what I do best. I try to stick with doing what I do best, which is credit educating. So yeah, all help is welcome in terms of, the process and the system and stuff like that. But we do have some things coming up, but what you guys will hear about it. I can't really announce certain things. Oh, and I do want to address one question that I keep getting asked. The number one question I see is it FICO? Is it Vantage? Number one, Smart Credit is your Vantage scores. However, it's no however. The reason being is because I'm just going to keep it so real with you guys right now. If number one, if it was FICO scores, the price couldn't be less than probably $70. FICO is number one, very freaking expensive. And it's honestly just no point in having that right now, because the whole point is repairing your credit. Smart Credit has accurate credit reports, which is what the system needs to identify any issues, which is why I wanted Smart Credit, because their credit report historically has been flawless. You guys know, if you're familiar with my platform, you know I've been using Smart Credit and recommending them even before I was ever even associated, partnered, or affiliated with them. So that is the reason. Number two, we might, first of all, not everyone can offer FICO. FICO is a whole, they have a whole vetted process. You have to be approved. You have to like turn in it's a lot of paperwork when it comes to FICO, which is why only about 2% of lenders, or I'm sorry, of platforms can even offer a FICO score. Most banks can't even offer FICO. However, I will say we are in talks. We are in the process of like trying to be vetted for them, or waiting on, hopefully eventually we'll get approved. And then that'll also be eventually another option that you guys can have if you do want to pay the extra to have your FICO score. Then you hopefully, if I'm approved, you'll be able to get it. But the point is, you don't for what we're doing, we need your credit reports. We need all 3 of your credit reports. We need them to be flawless. We need them to be updated every single month without a shadow of a doubt. And that's why we're using Smart Credit. And yes, FICO is expensive as F. FICO is expensive. And I wanted the membership to be affordable. Number one, $39.99 was literally the lowest that we could get to even see any sort of return. Because I still have to pay every time we pull your credit reports. I have to pay that provider. So it's all obviously into the membership, but that's really the reason why it ain't no FICO. I just wanted to keep it real with you guys and let you guys that's why we don't have FICO. But soon come, hopefully, soon come. Let me see. I have medical bills reporting, but I have Medicaid. What should I do? So if it's that situation, then you would have to contact your insurance provider. You have to contact Medicaid, and they would have to reprocess your claim, or you would have to ask them to. Now, typically they only give 12 months from the date of service. So I'm not sure how far you're out, but that's an insurance thing. So the credit bureaus wouldn't even get into that. They wouldn't even entertain that. They would literally tell you need to contact your insurance provider. Right. FICO is up to $49.99 on their platform. So imagine how much I don't know if you're a girl or boy, but yeah, exactly. So, but we're in talks. So hopefully they approve the Academy, child. Hopefully they will. And I didn't want to wait to launch the program, and because honestly, guys, we've been in talks with FICO for months. Like I wanted them at the start of the launch. Like I literally wanted to launch with FICO, an option to have FICO. It's been months, and it's been back and forth, and it's just too much. It's a lot, and I just was tired of holding off the entire Academy for that, because I'm just like, honestly, that literally makes no difference. It makes no difference in terms of the repair process. You guys know I'm constantly preaching profile over score. Anyway, your score is an indicator to you as a consumer. Banks don't care about your score. Like they literally do not care about your score. Banks care about your profile in total. What are the individual things that are contributing to this said credit score? That's what actually will determine if you're going to get approved for something or not. And that's all I care about, even in my personal life. That's all I care about. And that's honestly all that you should be concerned with is your profile. If you have a solid profile, baby, a score who? I was getting approved for, I think I got approved for my first, like, I would say $40,000 trade line. I had like a 690 or something like that. I didn't even have a 700 credit score. And it's people that have well over 700 credit scores that are still kind of boxed in and stuck at a very low trade line limit, credit limit, or maybe they're not even getting access. They're not even getting 1% interest rates. And that's simply because their profile may not be as strong as mine, right? Or the next person. Profile. Yes, we on Credit Academy is going to, number one, teach you the importance of profile and teach you how to set up your profile or improve your profile, or like we're definitely profile focused because that's what the banks care about. Like that's what your lenders care about. Will we discuss home ownership in the program? Yes, like literally no, there is not a single topic that we won't discuss. We'll discuss obviously auto loan. We'll discuss everything, repossessions, bankruptcies, every single thing as it pertains to credit will be discussed within the Credit Academy. So yes, to answer your question, yes. Yep. Check systems, yes, sir, or ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We definitely will be talking about check systems. I have a full lesson planned already just for the third-party reports, and I also broke them down per the industry. So the banking reports, or the rental history reports, or the medical history reports. So yeah, we got a lot coming. We have a lot coming, and that's, again, like I said, why I love the idea of having this academy. So it's not just a one-time thing. Like, no, we got some shit to talk about. Like, I want y'all to learn for real. So yeah, we will discuss that. This was so easy, from sign up to printing the letter. You done already printed your letters? When are y'all sending it? When are y'all mailing them out though? And make sure, for the people who already joined, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Make sure you do not tell the system to mark your letters as sent until you literally sent it. I don't even want you to push the button until it has like dropped in your mailbox. Not when you put a stamp on it, not when you put it in the envelope, because y'all know we good for just enveloping something and sitting it right here on our desk, sitting it on your kitchen table, sitting it on your kitchen counter. We good for that. Please do not tell the system that you have sent your letter until the mailman has picked it up, or until you have dropped it off. Please, because I want it to, number one, be accurate, so it can start your countdown. It can start knowing when to look for an update and all of that. Yeah, exactly. Because you're right. Don't do it when you put it in the envelope, because I'm telling you, it's super easy to just push that envelope to the side and be like, I'll deal with that tomorrow. I'll deal with it next week. Nope. I mailed mine as soon as the post office opened this morning. That's dope. Dang, that's crazy. It just opened at midnight and y'all already done mailed y'all letters. I seen you guys generate the letters, but the fact that you guys have already mailed the letters is literally insane to me. That is so insane. Like, wow. I love everything about that though. No, so I haven't made any posts in the Facebook group yet. So I mean, because I'll be talking to myself. It's literally just me and my team in there right now. So we're waiting on you guys. We're waiting on you guys to come to join. And let me ask y'all a question. Be real with me, because I was trying to figure out before we even sent out the Facebook link, how the hell was there already 300 pending requests? How did y'all find that group? I thought that group was hidden. So that really confused me, because I'm like, how do we have all these requests? And this was before even the waitlist got their link. LOL, it popped up. I was wondering that. So yeah, so obviously we do have to go through verify, because you have to use your email. It'll ask you what email you use to register, and we'll have to verify before we let you in. Because I'm like, one thing about the Credit Cousins, y'all gonna find it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did they find this link? Not the people who got the link, who received the link after they signed up. Before I even announced the Credit Academy, we had already had pending requests, and I was like, what? Oh, you searched my name. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. But I put hidden. I thought it was hidden up until yesterday. Child, I don't know. I just wanted to ask y'all that question, because that was really confusing the hell out of me last night. I'm like, how the hell did they find this? I have so many questions. Should I dispute my incorrect personal information before sending this? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Destiny. So no, you good. You can start with your disputes. However, our first lesson, it's funny you said that, our first lesson is personal information. So the system can't identify which personal or what parts of your personal information that's being reported that's accurate or not. The system don't know you. So personal information is one of the things that the system will not be able to generate you a customized letter for. Therefore, there is a lesson, and we'll be talking about that. It's a whole game plan. I have a whole packet for you guys to specifically send for your personal information. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Do not worry about that. But yes, that's our first lesson, actually. But no, you don't have to wait until you get those letters at all. You don't have to wait. What happens if we're currently in the middle of a dispute process? So, well, nothing happens. However, the system, if you're sending the letters in the system, they're customized letters. So it's factual disputing. They would not interfere with your existing, it won't interfere with your existing disputes. The only time it will is if you are trying to dispute the same exact count that's currently under investigation. And if that's the case, my only suggestion is to wait until that round is done. Wait until that investigation is closed. So it can take up to 30 days for all of your current investigations to close. wait until that close before you challenge something again. That's the only thing. Yes. Will we be able to go back and watch the lessons if we're not working? Great question. So yes, so there will be live lessons. There will also be pre-recorded lessons and things like that. Everything that we record or everything that we do within the academy, you will have access to forever. Like I understand that we not all are going to be available at the same time. We grown, we have children, we have work. Like it's a lot of things that we have to do. So I'm never going to expect all of you guys to be available at once. It will always be an option to watch later, or even if you just want to rewatch it. Like sometimes all the time. I can't ever just watch something once and fully grasp everything. And because we're talking about something so complex like credit, especially super complex things like bankruptcies, and depending on what we're talking about, you're gonna have to run it back 2 to 3 times. And I'm fully aware of that, which is why you will always have access to rewatch. Yeah, you'll always have access to rewatch for sure. Let me see. Yes, $39.99. And there's no separate like payment. It all is in that $39.99 price, and it all gets taken. Like you don't have to. You just pay. You just sign up for the academy, and everything else is taken care of in terms of what else you have to pay for. Yes, the credit monitoring is included. Yep. When is the calendar for the lesson? So when you guys get accepted into the Facebook group, that is where that is where we'll be, telling you guys about the schedule, upcoming events, and we'll also be sending emails. You'll literally be, there's no way you ain't going to figure it out. I'm actually going to be doing text, emails, and Facebook updates of all events. Hey guys, to this day, we're going to talk about personal information. And it'll be a link. So don't worry about anything, to be honest. Like you're going to be notified when events are. Like that's literally the least of your worries. We have your emails, your phone number, all of that. So you will be up to date. I promise. Nobody is left behind ever. It's redirecting me to smart credit account. So that means that you have an existing smart credit account, and it is because it won't allow you with the Credit Academy. You have to be on a specific plan because it's a specific way the system is designed to pull your reports. So you have to be on a specific smart credit plan. If you already have an existing smart credit account, the system is going to basically tell you to contact Smart Credit so they can get you enrolled into the Credit Academy. Smart Credit was so gracious to give us dedicated support for our launch just for Credit Academy. So here's a streamlined number and email that you can contact them at or reach them at so that they can get you taken care of ASAP. So the number is 1-877-372-3895. The phone number is 1-877-372-3895. Or you can send them an email. The email is supervisor, supervisor at consumerdirect.com. Consumerdirect.com. Make sure when you email in the subject line, you put Credit Academy. They are literally sitting, they have a full team dedicated, just sitting there waiting for people from Credit Academy to contact them. So they are on standby. They have a full team dedicated to us guys. So it should be seamless. The number is not working. Chad, do I got it wrong? Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. It should. What is it saying? That's not the number. Hold on. If I got it wrong, I'm gonna get it in 2 seconds. I'm just texting my team right now. So I have 187. Oh shit. That was a me problem, y'all. I answered that wrong. Okay, moving too fast. Let me retype it. Hold up. 1-877. Hold on, y'all. 372-389-3895. Is that the number I had? Yeah, it works. Okay. Is that the number I had? Child, I don't even know. But I re-answered it. I did just confirm that this one is correct. Some people saying that I don't know why I wouldn't be working for some people. But the email is up. Make sure you use Credit Academy in your subject. Yeah, 1-877-372-3895. Excuse me. Yeah, this was supposed to be coffee and credit. Look at my coffee. Like, first of all, well, this may not be crazy to y'all, but I like dark. Like, I like my coffee dark, right? This tells you guys that this has been sitting for like 2 hours. Because I was supposed to do coffee and credit about 2 hours ago. Child, away. We've been dealing with just, things behind the scenes on launch day, business things. But yes, I'm drinking nasty watered down coffee for y'all, and I cannot stand coffee that is not. I like my like coffee has to be super strong. Like, I get like 4 espresso shots, light cream. This is yeah. Um yeah, these are goddess braids. Not listen, goddess braids, I think. Yeah, you can cancel anytime. Hell no, no contract, babe. I will not become one of your creditors. That would be the worst nightmare for me. I would never do you like that. I'm trying to help you beat them. No, it's no contract. Hell no. I do not want to add to any of your outstanding debt. You'll never be outstanding with me because it's all month by month. Month by month. You can't afford it. It is no love. I get it. I understand. Let me see. I'm in and excited to start. Does the academy help dispute actual companies or just the credit bureaus? Good question, Raven, and thank you, and shout out to you. So Raven is asking, does the academy come with support on contacting the companies directly, the creditors directly, as opposed to just the credit bureaus? Because of course the software can only import your credit bureaus and give you solutions to the credit bureaus. However, the academy in the library section, the reason why I wanted to have a library section within the academy is because there are going to be instances where you need a letter that is not for the credit bureaus, and that's an example of, yes, there definitely 1000% will be dedicated letters for the company directly, for creditors, for collection agencies, all of that. So that's what the library section, the template section, is going to be for, the entities outside of the credit bureaus. So yeah, I'm glad you asked that. I be forgetting to mention small things like that to you guys, and I love that you guys pick up on that, and I love that you guys are curious about that. That just lets me know that you understand that the credit repair process is not something that is linear. Like, there is so many entities outside of the credit bureaus that you may have to contact, or so many situations that the credit bureaus are just not the best case scenario to deal with credit repair. And that is why, again, there is a Facebook group. There is other letters outside of the customized letters that are generated for your credit report. So hell yes, we will be talking about that. There will be solutions for that, all of that. All of that. Let me see. The link, road to750.com. road to750.net. Child, let me put it back up on the screen. Road to750.net. I'll just leave it on the screen. You are launching another business. How overwhelmed are you right now? I hope you're doing okay and not too stressed. So thank you for asking, by the way. I would say that I'm overwhelmed, but more so like emotionally. Like, it's made me more emotional than like scared, if like more than anything. So I would say I'm emotionally overwhelmed, and that's simply just because I just think I'm really hard on myself when it comes to like making sure that I'm like giving value, making sure that people understand like this is not just another membership, another course that an influencer is trying to sell you. That's why I really stayed away from memberships for so long, because I think they're corny as fuck, if I'm being honest. Like, a lot of times the memberships is like, what are you getting? Like, you're making someone pay monthly, but what is the value there? Like, you're becoming someone's monthly bill, but there's not really any value that's going to help them in life. You know what I mean? So I just didn't want to launch no membership. I didn't want to just be another influencer on a money grab. So I think I would, and to see you guys' like response to it, that's been having me just like, oof. Look, I have on mascara. I don't want to, but yeah, I think that I'm emotionally overwhelmed. But it's more positive than negative. And I have a great team. Like, my team, like, I wouldn't even say that I'm overwhelmed in terms of like things that I have to do logistically, because shout out to God, my team like is everything. They're very available. Like, there's just everything. There's everything. But yeah, that was a good question. That was a really good question. I've never even thought about it like that either, but I like that question. Let me see. Can't wait. Girl, a podcast, child. I be rambling too much. I didn't try to do a podcast. Them podcasts on 5 hours long. You can't hear? Y'all can hear me? No business credit, guys. I am only certified to teach personal credit. So I'm a board certified credit educator for personal, on the personal side, not business. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I can see the comments, guys. I'm on 3 different lives. That's the thing. I have the same debt reporting several times, same balance, same start date, same company, different account numbers. Hold on. I have the same debt reporting several times, same balance, same start date, same company, different account numbers, what to do reports uploaded. Tomorrow, let me log in and view your report to make sure. Hold on. I'm not going to show it tomorrow in case you like, hold on. But I will give you an answer. Give me a second. Let me populate your reports. Is it on one report, or is it a specific report you want me to look at? Let me see. All right, I have your account put up. Someone asked about, is it a thing to freeze credit while trying to fix credit? So you can freeze your credit at any time. My credit stays frozen unless I'm like actively applying for anything. You can freeze your credit even while you are like repairing your credit. The only thing with that is when you are trying to rebuild, meaning like you're adding trade lines, you're applying for things, it could pose an issue at that point. So you may have to, unlock it when you are trying to apply for things. Hold on. I missed tomorrow's response. Hold on. TransUnion. All right. Let me pull up your TransUnion report. Hold on. It's loading. It's loading. And what account is it, real quick? Just so I can Control F search it. So I want to look at the entire report. Let me see. Since we're live right now. Yes, the support email is info@roadto750.net. For smart credit, the email is supervisor@consumerdirect.com. All right, tomorrow is. Oh, I had my pop-up block turned off. I was like, why is it not coming up? I had my pop-up blocker turned off. All right, TransUnion. Here we go. Is it the National Recovery one? Hold on, let me look at your comment. Because I do see it on here. I knew it. Okay, let me look. Let me look. Let me see. I see different balances. So it does. You have. Let me see. 3. Okay, let me see. These are medical, right? Yeah, these are medical. Okay. So what it looks like to me is, so when it comes to medical collections, a lot of times there'll be one sole collection agency that'll have multiple accounts with you or multiple balances. Your provider may have just billed it separately. So like if you receive like ancillary services, maybe you had an anesthesiologist, maybe you received a checkup, maybe you had shots or different things that happen in one visit. A lot of times for medical bills, they'll separate those, they'll break those up. So that's the only time that it's usually okay. And I'm doing okay like this because the account number throws a lot of people off. But technically speaking, if you call them, they'll let you know like these are all pertaining to one date of service or etc. What I will suggest though, get an EOB for every single one of these, because I'm not gonna hold you. They have a lot of different. They have they have a lot of accounts on your credit report, and you are right. Some of the balances are identical. And being that the account numbers are identical, the only way that we're going to know if they are just adding, oh, hold on, the account numbers are not identical. See, okay, so they're off by one number. I just looked at 4 different ones. Even though they had the same balances, they're off by one number. Hold on. They broke up your bill. That's exactly what happened. Tomorrow they broke up your bill and they separately billed you for each thing or each service that they provided. But since it is so many, you absolutely need to separately, one by one, request an EOB for every single one of those. As a matter of fact, I'll upload a template that you can send to the template and to the Facebook group. So let me write that down. Hold on. Actually, let me just type it really quick. I do have a letter for that. So you can request the EOB for each separate account. And literally I want you to, because it's like 12 different ones. And I want you to send 12 different letters, and it's for a reason. I'll upload that. I'll definitely upload that. But they did switch some of the account numbers around by one number. So they're trying to be real sneaky. Yes, late payments, collections, inquiries, hard inquiries, obviously not soft. You don't dispute soft inquiries. Let me see. Yeah, no one has been added to the Facebook group yet, guys. Y'all not even missing anything. I haven't even planned. I already know that I'm not going to go live or put anything in that group until at the very least like by Monday, because I want to make sure that everyone is in. I want to make sure that we're all like on the same page. So you are not missing. Like literally, the Facebook group is empty. It's a dead zone. It's nobody to talk to. I don't want to just talk to myself. I'm waiting on y'all. Make sure you do enter the email though that you register under, so we can verify it. Yeah, tomorrow. Yep, you see, so some end with 2, one end with 2, one end with 1. Like literally, they changed it by one number, and that's why the system didn't pick it up as a duplicate account. Because I was wondering, I was like, wait, why didn't the system pick it up as a duplicate account? That's why, because they changed the account number. Let me see. Are we signing dispute letters before sending? No. When you print out the dispute letter, it's ready. You don't have to add nothing to it. You don't have to do anything except put it in the envelope and put a stamp on the envelope. I don't want you to add nothing. Your ID is already going to be embedded into the letter. That was by design. Everything that they need to process your report legally, it's already done. I don't want y'all to add nothing to the letters. Nothing. When you now see, y'all, I'm thinking y'all ain't watched the quick the tutorials, the quick videos, the quick start videos. I'm sorry, the quick start. Make sure y'all watch the quick start videos. And the reason why I say that is because some people are asking like how to add their ID to the reports. You were supposed to upload your ID and do all that before you even generated your dispute letters. So make sure you guys are going under your portal, taking I need a clear picture, guys. Make sure it's a clear picture of your ID, because the thing is, the credit bureaus will definitely be like, we cannot read that. And we don't want to give them any excuse or any reason to dismiss your investigation request. So make sure you upload clear photos, like use your flash if you have to. Make sure you're in a well-lit area. If you don't, have a good camera, just make sure you're in a well-lit area so that the picture can be clear. So yeah, y'all gotta upload your ID first in your information before you generate your letter. And if you've already generated your letter, it's not too late, because you can go back and do it over, but make sure you add your ID and all of your personal information that it's asking. Because by the time you guys print out the letters, it's go time. You don't have to add anything to it. It's done. So that's why I say it is DIY credit repair, but it's super guided. Like it's super guided, because the system I want that to do the hard work. I want the system to be pulling the hard work while you focus on rebuilding and also the other issues outside of the credit bureaus that we'll discuss, in our lessons. I don't know what's going on. Oh, shout out to you if you're new here. So if you're new here, Credit Academy is my membership program that I launched. It's a guided DIY. It's a guided DIY credit repair program, if I can talk, where it will analyze all 3 of your credit reports and determine the best possible dispute for each of your accounts that you're having issues with, whether that's collections, charge-offs, inquiries, late payments, or whatever the case may be. It'll give you the best dispute, and it'll customize that letter to your profile. It'll then send you the letter to your email, and all you need to do is print out the letter and send it to the credit bureaus and tell the system that you have mailed the letter. The system will then start a timer, a countdown, and then it'll be looking for any changes on your credit report to see or monitor what the credit bureau's results of their investigation was. When you receive the results, or when the system receives an update from the credit bureaus, it will then automatically draft you a follow-up letter, a round 2 letter, so that you know how to continue your dispute process, as opposed to just sending random disputes, hoping that one sticks, hoping that you're disputing things right. that's the biggest issue when it comes to people repairing their own credit. They don't know how to properly respond to the credit bureaus, or they don't know how to read their credit report to determine if anything is inaccurate or if anything is inconsistent, if there's any errors. There's an error on 83% of credit reports, multiple errors at that. So this system is designed to spot all of that. And once it does spot it, it'll give you your dispute. Once you mark that the dispute is sent, then, like I said, it'll generate you a follow-up when the time comes. In addition to repairing your credit, and in addition to the software helping you repair your credit, you'll also have access to a private Facebook group where we will then talk about building credit. So you will repair your credit under the program as well as rebuild your credit at the same time. You'll also, so that's pretty much the basis of it. There you do get credit monitoring so that you can track your progress, and you'll also get access to a library, an exclusive library of templates that will allow you to challenge or address things that are outside of the credit bureaus, because the system is only designed to read your credit reports. But if you have any other issues, let's say you got an eviction, and even if the eviction is not on your credit report, but you still can't rent an apartment because every time you go and apply for an apartment, you get denied because of that because of that eviction. And you're asking yourself, well, how the hell is my leasing agent seeing this said eviction if it's not on my credit report? Well, what a lot of people don't realize is there is something called third-party reporting agencies. And these are smaller companies, smaller than the credit bureaus, that collect information on you as a consumer and sell it to companies so that they can give companies a bigger, wider variety of information on you, and they use it in determining your credit decisions. So if you go to a leasing agent, if you try to rent an apartment, yes, they're going to pull your credit report, but in addition to pulling your credit report, they'll also pull your third-party rental history reports, because they're not going to be able to really, based on your credit report alone, they're not going to really know your rental history. They're not going to know if you were late. They're not going to know if you left damage to an apartment. They're not going to know if you were on the verge of getting evicted and you didn't get evicted, because a lot of times, they'll threaten you, they'll send you to court, but the judgment is never filed, right? So that's not technically an eviction. However, that is a negative that is a negative incident that will affect you getting an apartment going forward, or could affect you getting an apartment going forward. So what the Academy will help you do as well is to pull those reports and actually challenge and clean those reports. Tell you exactly which companies and with links, hey, call this number, or hey, go to this website, get your report, and give you a solution on how to challenge these third-party agencies as well, so you're able to clear your name all around the board. Also, when it comes to applying for credit cards, a lot of people think that it's just their credit report that determines if you're going to be approved. Absolutely not. Just as an example, LexisNexis is one of the largest data aggregators in the world. Like, to say that they know your entire life would literally be a understatement. Like, LexisNexis knows everything that you've ever done in your entire life from childhood. Like, they had my first email address that I had at 12, or at 9. At 9, they still had that email address. Every single address you've stayed in or resided in or received mail at, all of your social media accounts, like, they have everything. And so if a company is trying to see who you are as a consumer outside of your credit report, then they'll purchase your LexisNexis report. A lot of people don't realize how often LexisNexis interferes with you getting approved. LexisNexis and others, but just LexisNexis to kind of be the overall representation of the third-party agencies, right? So the library will come with guides and letters to properly address those issues. If you're trying to build business credit, no, the Academy is not about business credit. However, I will tell you, just on GP, LexisNexis is probably the reason for 80% of your denials for business credit, even if your credit score is good. LexisNexis specifically joined the SBA, so the Small Business Administration, where they're literally in place to pretty much give reports business-wise on your business. So what industry is this person in? What do they feel like is the risk with this said industry or said company? And it could be based on something as small as a zip code that you've lived in. Like, redlining is not legal, but you tell me another term or another situation where your zip code will determine if you're going to get approved or not, or determine your credit limits. So there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes or out of the public eye that a lot of consumers don't even know about. So you're going to definitely learn about all of them under the Credit Academy. Also, how to properly dispute them, how to get the reports. Most people don't even know that they can get all of these reports for free. You're entitled to a free copy every year. They have to give you a reasonable way to dispute all of this information. Most people don't know that because they don't advertise this. So we'll be talking about that, of course, in the Academy as well. No, don't sign it. You don't have to. After you print the letters, guys, literally just put it in an envelope. Like, yeah, don't do anything. Like, whenever it's printed, it's done. When the system sends the letter to your email, it's complete. Like, that's it. You just put it in an envelope. Do not sign it and send it to the credit bureaus. Your ID should be on there. It should be embedded in each letter. Make sure you upload your ID. Watch the quick start tutorial. So today is Wednesday, is launch day. Theoretically, I wanted to have the first lesson on Monday because I wanted to give you guys a few days to get acclimated with the system, get you guys approved into the group, and kind of give you guys a schedule, a loose schedule for the upcoming, I would say, week. I really want you guys to make sure that you are watching all 5 of the quick start videos. They're short. They're like 3 minutes or less, but it's all pertinent information to the program or like what to expect, right? So make sure y'all are watching those. Please watch those because they'll answer a lot of just like small things that maybe you didn't realize, because the system is easy, but it's super easy to forget to upload your ID and stuff like that. Something as simple as that. Okay, thank you. I'm a correct that, but no, you don't have to. Okay. I need to make sure that language is correct. So thank y'all for telling me. But is your ID? Did you guys' ID generate on the letter? Let me know that. Is your ID on the letter? Did it embed? Did it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Making sure. Technically speaking, as long as your ID is on the letter, a signature is not required to the credit bureaus. It's not the end of the world if you do have a signature. Let me just first state that. Like, for the people saying, "Oh my God, it's definitely not the end of the world at all." It's not a big deal at all. However, technically speaking, your ID counts as your signature when it comes to disputing with the credit bureau. So you don't need it at all. You don't. Okay. My ID didn't populate. Where do I upload it? It's gonna be if you go on your dashboard, log into the site, go on your dashboard. Why is come on, you're loading really slow. Go to your dashboard, and if you scroll down, let me pull up an account. If you scroll down, it should tell you where to upload your ID at. But yeah, make sure they said my picture isn't. Make sure you're in a well-lit area. Make sure you may have to use flash, but the thing is with using flash, make sure the flash is not drowning out any part of your ID, like the image or the information that's on your ID. So you got to be careful with using flash. If you can just get in a well-lit area, that would be amazing. But if you are using flash, make sure the reflection is not covering any important information on your ID. They need your name, they need your address, they need to see the seal. Like, just make sure it's a good picture, because we don't want the credit bureaus to be like, nope. Is there a way that we can get you to send the letters and not us? So that's a great question, and I'm happy that you asked. It's by design why you need to mail the letters, and let me tell you why. When the credit bureau suspects that you've hired a credit repair agency, although it's not illegal to do so, and you can if you want to, they try to mark you frivolous and do just little things to make your dispute process not successful, right? And a big part of the way that they usually try to see or tell when someone is using a company is if they'll see a lot of letters coming from the same address or the same zip code or the same post office, right? So they'll definitely know, right? So I want it to come from you. I want it to come from your zip code, or I don't want all letters coming from one address. So it's by design why you should mail your own letters. I advise you to handwrite the envelope. That's also not a big deal, but that also adds to the personal touch of your repair process. Yeah, so it's coming from you. They can't say, "Hey, this is not you." No, it's actually me, So that was by design. So I don't offer a mail it for you service. Like, I want you to actually mail it. That's the hardest part of it, though. That's the only thing you have to do. I'll handle the letters. I'll handle the wording. I'll handle the knowledge of the laws and knowing how to properly word it to apply. I got that. That's my specialty. But I do need you to mail it. I can't do that part for you, nor can I build your credit for you. That's another thing. The software can help you get rid of every single account on your credit report, every collection, every charge off, everything. It could be a clean slate, right? In a perfect scenario. And that you still won't have good credit. You still won't have good credit unless you are building your profile. So I can't build for you, but I can give you a game plan on how to build. I can teach you how to build your credit report. I can tell you or identify what's missing on your credit report, but you still have to, it's still your credit. You know what I mean? So it's a guided process where you got to pull, you got to lift your side and I'm gonna lift my side, and then we just go carry it together. But I need your participation for sure. If you want it to be a successful process, like I can't do it without you. So you have to make sure you're, looking at the lessons and keeping the system up to date on any changes, or making sure that you are marking when you send your letter so the system can have a accurate countdown. So like, yeah, but when you guys get accepted into the Facebook group, the information that you guys are, I guess, feeling like you're missing, all of it is going to be addressed. All of it will be addressed, literally. It'll make a lot more sense when we all are in the group and we're able to get a schedule, and you'll start receiving your update emails and stuff like that. So yeah. No, I didn't want to send a schedule. So someone said, why didn't I send a schedule in the welcome? I didn't want to send a schedule in a welcome email because, number one, the schedule is not like set in terms of, it's not set. So I wanted to get you guys input. Hey, do you want to start on Monday, or would you like for me to delay it to Tuesday type of thing? So again, I wanted to be a process that works for everyone. So when you get into the Facebook group, when we start like actually talking about the credit building or the credit training sessions, everything will be ironed out. Everything will be ironed out. The software is just there to help you import your credit report, so we can have a base, a starting point of where you started and see what our challenges are. But then the other part, the group and all of that, and the library, the templates, all of that is going to forever be changing. Like literally, I'm going to be adding to every other part of the process pretty much anytime you need to. Just like tomorrow, she just had a unique issue that, yeah, I have a letter for, but I didn't realize that, oh, yeah, okay, maybe I should upload that one. So again, child, I'll probably be uploading letters every day, to be honest, but because there's going to be unique situations where y'all going to need a letter outside of what the system is going to generate, for sure. Are these the same letters as the DIY kit? No letter. The good question, by the way. No letter that I have ever sold publicly is in this academy. Like everything to this academy was made specifically for the academy. Like, no. So everything, even some of the kits, it's been kits that none of the letters are from the DIY kit. Nope. They're all specifically designed for Credit Academy. Proof of address. Hold on. How do we show proof of address document? Picture. You have to upload a picture, or if you have an iPhone, you can take a picture of something and then you can turn it into a scanned document. I'm trying to remember how. It was simple. I done did it a few times. It's super simple. I think you have to go through to your notes app and then take a picture, and then it'll give you, if you push the little 3 dots, it'll literally say scan or some shit. Like Google it. It's super easy if you have an iPhone. I mean, even if you have an Android, there are so many apps that you can use. You can use your phone as a scanner. You can use your phone as a scanner. And it's free too. It's so many free apps. Yeah, in the notes. Okay, people said it's in the notes app. I'm not sure. I forgot how to. Well, actually, I have my phone. It's in the notes app because honestly, scanned documents are better because they can read them. But let me go to my notes app. It was super simple. I done did it a few times and I still can't. Hold on. So I think so that's real simple. You literally go to the notes app. You go to your notes app, press the camera, and then it literally say scan document. And then you can take a picture. You will take a picture of whatever said document. Let me just take a picture. Child, I'm just gonna take a picture. I don't know if this is gonna work because it ain't even the paper, but I took a picture of my computer. So, but yeah, it's super simple. How you do it on Android? Download scan app. I'm not sure. I'm sure Android has Android. On Android it's Adobe. Okay, if you got Android, it's Adobe. Child, I don't know nothing about Androids. I'm not sure. Is there an app? Not yet. We looking at certain things. For now, it's not an app. Go to the website. Hopefully, maybe we'll have an app later on down the line. That'll actually be really dope. Actually. It's just really hard getting approved for Apple. The Apple App Store, that it's easier to get in the Android store than the Apple Store. I know that for sure. But yeah, as of now, no. No, the Facebook group, you should get a direct link. Or if you don't have a direct link, if you go to your portal, go to your dashboard, click on, hold on. My computer is taking so long to load. Can you explain Credit Academy briefly? Yeah, let me run down it one more time. Hold on. Let me run down Credit Academy again. Credit Academy is a guided DIY credit repair solution, all inclusive. It'll help you repair your credit as well as rebuild. It'll help you identify any errors on your credit report and also give you a customized letter on how to dispute said error or said account, from inquiries to collections to charge-offs to anything on your credit report. And then outside of that, you'll also get a library of letters that you can use to dispute things outside of your credit report or things that the system can't identify as an error, like your personal information. Oh, that's my garage door. I'm like, what is that, Lord? Like your personal information. There'll be specific ways and lessons on personal information, and I'll tell you exactly how to challenge those. Third-party reports and all of that. Direct to creditor disputes and all of that. So you'll get a software that'll analyze your reports and determine any inaccuracies, and also you'll get a library of letters to help you address anything outside of that. You'll also receive credit trainings to help you rebuild your credit, as well as address other credit topics or any credit topic that you want. So all of that is included in the membership. The membership is $39.99 a month. There's no contract. You can just sign on to do your entire credit repair process and then decide you know that's all you need out of the Credit Academy, and that's fine. That's what we're here for. We're here to be a one-stop shop, all-inclusive solution to all of your credit needs. Like regardless if you are new to credit, if you've never built credit, if you messed up your credit to what you feel like is no return. I want to be very clear. I've never seen a credit report that is unfixable. In all my years of doing this, in the thousands of credit reports that I've come across, in the thousands of disputes that I've sent personally sent to the credit bureaus, all of that, there is always a solution in the sense of the solution is not always a deletion. Maybe we can come up with another solution in terms of, hey, do this to this account. So there's always ways that you can improve your credit, is the point. There's always ways that you can improve your credit. There's a lot of people that will mess up their credit and they think that the world is done for 7 years. You think that you can't do anything credit wise for the next 7 years. You're going to wait till those fall off. And that is not how it has to be. You don't gotta wait 7. You don't gotta wait 7 years. You can start building now. You can start doing things now that'll increase your credit standing and start to help you build credit. If you want to purchase a home, a car, get a credit card, maybe take out a loan, a business loan or something like that. There's a lot of situations where you're going to need your credit. So I always tell people, make sure, because credit is not going anywhere. Credit is not going anywhere. We live in a country where we are products of a company. It's really a company. It's not a country. So when it comes to finances, you'll always be held to a certain standard. So make sure your credit is good, or okay. It's in a car.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's in a cup holder. I forgot where I was at. I forgot where I was at, child. If we use the credit repair service prior, should we still dispute with the letters prepared? Yeah. So even if you have tried to repair your credit on your own in the past, if you've hired someone in the past, whatever the case would be, you can still join to see if there's anything on your credit report that the system can help you challenge, and also how to challenge it. Yeah. So just because you've tried in the past, it doesn't mean that you can't continue to properly dispute it. Maybe you didn't dispute it correctly in the past, and you just want to make sure that you're doing it right, sending the right letters and all of that. And that's what we're here for. If you update your address with the credit bureau, do the creditors have access to it? Yes. Anytime you fill out an application and they ask you your address, if you present any address that's not already documented on your credit report, then it'll always populate as a new address. And when you have a new address that populates on your credit report, all of your current creditors are made privy to that information, including your collection agent, including your collections. Because a lot of people don't realize that collection agencies are considered your creditors as well, because they have an account that you owe them money. They have an account from you, and you have an outstanding balance with them, right? So they're considered a creditor. So they'll receive an update when you have a new address. They'll also receive an update when you get a credit limit increase. Like all of your current creditors have full, unfiltered access to all of your credit reports. And obviously we'll be talking about more of this, but all of your current creditors can pull your credit report at any time. It's not a hard inquiry. However, if you ever want to see who's pulling your credit, look at your soft inquiries. Look at your soft inquiries. That'll tell you who of your current creditors are pulling your or looking at your credit report. Let's say Capital One is deciding if they want to give you an increase. They're going to pull your credit report, but you won't see it on your hard inquiry. If you look at your soft inquiry, you'll see Capital One pulls your credit. Let's say a collection agency has an account that they believe belongs to you. If you ever see like a random collection agency pop up on your credit report, chances are they have an account that they believe is yours. The credit bureau, they've given the credit bureau your information, and the credit bureau in exchange gave them a copy of your credit report, gave them access to your credit report because they have verified themselves as your creditor. So if you see a collection agency on there and you don't know who the hell that collection agency is, you have a collection on the way. You have a collection on the way 9 times out of 10, or they're just trying to contact you. They're trying to get in touch with you in some way or some form or fashion. Definitely watch your soft inquiries for sure. Like I look at my soft inquiries I used to look very often, but at the very least I do look at my soft inquiries every 3 months. Pretty much about like every 90 days. I definitely suggest, and again, we'll talk about this because we'll have different check-in points where I'm like, hey guys, everybody go pull your credit reports. Go to annualcreditreport.com. Everybody get a fresh copy of your actual credit report. Because no matter what credit monitoring you have, let me be very clear. No matter what credit monitoring you have, I don't care if you have my FICO experience, no online credit monitoring service will take away no online credit monitoring service will come before you having your actual credit report, because your credit report will always include more information than any credit monitoring service, more detailed information that you may not think is important, but like sometimes it's super important. So your credit report, we still going to be pulling credit reports. For one of the reasons why is because of the soft increase. Some credit monitoring service will identify the soft increase, but your credit report is going to tell you everything. So we'll have days where I'm like, hey, everybody go pull your credit report and look, do you see any creditors? Do you see any creditors that's not already reported on your credit report? If the answer is yes, okay, here, send this letter ASAP. Send this letter ASAP, because we need to intercept that to find out what is this account, force them to validate it, and then potentially keep them from ever even landing that collection on your account. Because here's the thing. A large part, this is the part that people don't talk about. You repair your credit, right? You fix your credit. And then at that point, you're in protection mode. You got to protect this investment, this credit that you just fixed, right? And one of the ways in protecting it is not just having online credit monitoring service. Hell no, we got to go a little deeper than that. Protect anything from coming to it. So any threat of new derogatory accounts, I'm trying to intercept that. Like, you should always be on defense. Like, you should always be trying to stop or prevent a problem before it reaches your credit report. Because once it reaches your credit report, it's number one, a headache. It's way harder to obviously get it removed now. And if you get it removed, sometimes, it's just not going to get removed depending on the situation. But try your best to intercept as much as possible. And that'll also be a part of the process. So repairing your credit, rebuilding your credit, and then protecting your credit. Because that's a whole nother ball game, child. You get the credit that you've been wanting. Now, how do you make sure you don't go back to square one? Because that happens a lot. 40% of people who repair their credit end up having a worse credit score than what they initially started with within 3 years. Ain't that crazy? Within 3 years. Within 3 years. That was so crazy when I seen that study, but it makes sense. Because I'm going to tell you why. What happens is people will repair their credit and one or two things will happen. Number one, they'll start applying for everything. Applying for anything that they can get approved for, they're going to apply for it. Because being approved is new. It's a rush. It's a new feeling. We all done went through that. If you have ever had bad credit. I know I have, like everyone that I've known who have fixed their credit, there's always going to be a stretch of time where it's super exciting getting approved, getting those instant approvals. Like, oh, what? I'm approved? So then you want to test your luck with all the other companies. Like, okay, if this person approved me, if American Express approved me for this card, let me see if Chase will approve me for this card. So protecting your credit is also understanding there's a way to build, and there's a such thing as trying to build your credit too fast. So yeah. Yes. Let me see. Right, exactly. And then, or another thing that'll happen is people will only want or pay attention to their credit when they're trying to buy something big, like usually like a house normally, right? And they'll, fix their credit enough to be approved for a home loan, and then after that, they really are not tuned into what's going on their credit report, right? But then maybe a few years down the line, let's say they want to refinance their mortgage, let's say they want to sell their home and purchase a new home. Now they're right back to square one. Now they're right back to square one, trying to play catch up and trying to improve their credit to hopefully get approved for another home loan. The rates have probably quadrupled since the last time you purchased a home, because that's, again, just the country that we live in. So now you're back to square one, right? So you got to protect it after. Make sure that you are maintaining a great credit score, Exactly. Yeah. When my credit scores, how bad was my score? The worst that I can remember my scores being were 412, 413, and 423. Like I have a screenshot of this. I remember the exact numbers. 412, 413, and 423. That's the lowest that I remember seeing. And honestly, that was after I had gotten my something deleted. So I believe that my score was lower than that at some point. But that's what I can remember. It was low 400s. Couldn't get approved for nothing. Had 2 repossessions, 12 collection. No, I mean 1 repossession, 12 collections, two charge-offs, 87% payment history. I had over 20 late payments reporting. Man, it was a lot going on. But yeah. So that's the lowest I can remember. The highest score you can get is 850. Yes. A FICO score 850. I recently paid off my car, but I don't have no more installments. What should I do? So depending on how you said recently, so I'm assuming it's within the last year. You don't technically always have to have an open installment on your credit report, but I will suggest that at least every 3 years at the most, you have some sort of installment, and use a short-term installment, because you don't have to. I'm not saying go take out a large loan. No. There's ways to add installments to your credit report without adding debt to your wallet, right? So you can get a short-term installment. You can do a secured loan. So it's not like high interest debt. There's ways to maintain great credit without having high interest debt, right? So yeah, so I do suggest at least once in every 3 years, make sure that you have had an installment. And the easiest way to do that is to get a short-term installment for sure. Yeah, because and the reason being is because you have to understand that though your credit report is a history of 7 years, like a 7-year history, your creditors are really only paying attention to the last 24 to 36 months at the most. They can see everything else, but what they care about is what's going on now. They want to know what's your current financial situation based on now. They don't care about you could have had a great job 2 years ago, and then now you don't work for that company anymore. So they take that into consideration. However, they want to know what you've done since. What are you doing now? Can we depend on you now? Did you file you could have filed bankruptcy 2 years ago, but did you learn from that bankruptcy? Have you started to build credit? Have you or do you have a track record of now post bankruptcy showing that you can be reliable? So all in what you've done in the last 24 months is typically what's going to have the biggest impact on any application that you do. Any application. You mentioned something about eviction. How do we dispute that? I'm losing my voice. Hold on, let me get some water. So, first of all, it depends on if your eviction is on your credit reports. Second of all, you do have to also identify which third-party rental reporting reports are supplying that information to the credit bureau. So typically, it's going to be Experian Rent Bureau. It's going to be either LexisNexis, Experian Rent Bureau. It's going to be either CoreLogic, or Certitude. I mean, not Certitude, I'm sorry, or ARS. One of those companies are typically the ones that are supplying that to the credit bureaus. So we will first have to identify all of those reports. So basically, you should pull all of your rental history reports. And if any of them are reporting your eviction, number one, you need to address it with them, properly dispute it. Or depending on what your situation is, you'll properly dispute it with them, and then you'll dispute it off the credit bureaus. But 9 times out of 10, evictions, your eviction is probably not even on your credit report, because it's only about 10% of evictions that actually land on credit reports now. Post the no judgment law in 17. So most evictions are not even going to make it to your credit report, which is why I call them hidden evictions. Like, a lot of people don't even, and not even hidden evictions, a lot of people don't realize that they have a bad rental history because they may have never officially got evicted. But a lot of times it's, you may have left a balance. Maybe the company threatened to sue you or take you to court 3 times, and those pending or those judgments are on file, even though they were closed out, they were dismissed, they're still on file, and that still will make a difference. You know what I mean? You have no rental history. So if you've never rented an apartment or a home, then it most likely, if you try to pull one of those rental history reports, they're literally going to tell you, we can't find your report, and that's normal. If you don't have a rental history, then they don't have anything to report. Yeah. So, and also for like bank accounts, if you can't open a bank account, then chances are you probably have a bad record in early warning system, in check systems, and Certegy. If you can't cash a check, like another telltale sign is, and honestly, people don't do this nowadays as much as we used to, but you know how if you go to Walmart or Target and you try to cash a check, not like at a side check cashing place, like if you try to go, thank you, if you try to go to a big entity like a grocery store or Walmart or something, you try to cash a check and they say, hey, we can't cash this check by you. And you're like, why? And they're like, I don't know. You have to call this number. They give you a receipt or whatever to call the number. That's because you have a bad banking report somewhere within one of the third-party banking providers. You have a bad rapport with them, and they've reported that you cannot be trusted. Maybe it was fraud in your, whatever the case may be. No judgments on, I don't care about why you have a bad banking history, but I can absolutely help you get it cleaned up so you can have a bank account. You know, Cash App, cool, but you need a bank account, you know. And I tell everybody that, like, all of these little companies, it's fine and dandy. We have these services too, these money services, but nothing beats a real bank account. Everyone does need a real bank account for sure. And also, you having a bad banking report can also prevent you from getting credit cards too. Because like American Express, they check early warning systems. A lot of companies do. Yeah, I had over 20 freaking late payments, man. My payment history went from 87% to now 100%. What helped me though? What helped me is all of my late payments were on my student loans. So I got them, one by one, got them all updated. When it comes, here's my approach with late payments. So I see a lot of people asking about late payments. 9 times out of 10, I'm not asking the credit bureaus to delete a late payment. No. What you really want is them to update it. You don't want them to delete it. Every payment that's reported to your credit report adds to your profile. Like, the more on-time payments you have reported, the better. So you want it. And also, if you have a long-standing trade line, let's say you've had a card or an account with said company for 4 years, I need every one of those payments. I need every one of those payments reported to my credit report. So don't ask them to delete it. And they're probably not going to delete it. That's the thing. A lot of times people will ask them to delete it and the credit bureaus are not going to even entertain it. So that's where it comes into knowing how to properly ask them to update, making sure you know how to properly challenge that, because they have to prove if it can't be validated, it cannot legally report on your credit report. But the caveat to that is we have these consumer rights that are handed to us per the FCRA, per the FDCPA, and all of that, right? But unless you enforce them, unless you call them out, they don't apply to you, because within the FCRA, it states that we have to give the credit bureaus a chance to correct any misinformation, right? Because they don't expect them to be perfect, right? So we have to give them a chance to correct it. The only way you can give them a chance to correct it is if you, number one, call it out, let them know that you, and obviously on record in black and white, hey, this is an issue, this is wrong. When they launch their investigation, that is technically their chance to correct it. If they fail to correct something, if they ignore, if they don't abide by the investigation and all of that, then that is where it steps into violating your consumer rights. It's not a violation because they have a collection on your report that's not yours. That's not a violation on its own. It's not a violation until you tell them that this account is not yours. And then after they have knowledge that the account is not yours, they still proceed to report it. That is where the violation comes in at, right? So we understand that you can have, I'm sure you've probably heard people tell you, hey, it's against the law for them to do this. It's against the law for them. I see videos on TikTok all the time where someone will be like, per the consumer laws, your creditors can't do this, or your creditors have to do this. and people are like, well, oh, this situation pertains to me. I looked at my credit report and this is exactly how they're reporting this. And like, if I tell you guys, hey, if you have any charge off, if you look on your credit report and you have any collection that has a past due balance, that is technically an error. You are not, a collection account is not supposed to report a past due balance because a collection is not a trade line. A collection is by default a derogatory account, right? But you don't have a contract with the collection agency. Therefore, they cannot say that you are past due because there was no established due date. Without a contract, there's no due date. If there is no due date, let me know. Someone tell me, how can you be past due if there was not a due date? If the collection agencies cannot give you a due date, how can they say you are past due, right? So technically, that is incorrect. A collection agency cannot report a past due balance because they are not an open trade line. They're not an open account. They're not an open trade line. They shouldn't be reporting a past due balance, nor should they be reporting a payment history. You don't have a contract with the collection agency. They were hired to act on behalf of whatever company you did have a contract with, but a collection agency cannot take the prior history, the previous history that you had with another institution, and pose it as theirs per your credit report, right? So if I'm telling you that and you do identify a collection that has a past due balance on your report, it means nothing if you don't call it out to the credit bureaus, right? Like, they're not in violation until you let them know, hey, no, this is wrong. What's up? And then after they have investigated, they still proceed to report knowingly misinformation. That is where the violation comes in there, right? So number one, the first rule of thumb is the credit bureau always has to be your first point of contact when it comes to anything on your credit report for like your derogatory accounts for the most part, right? And that's because they're the first point of contact per the FCRA. They literally say you have to contact the credit bureaus first. You have to give them a chance because they're not in violation unless they have launched an investigation. You have to give them a chance to correct it. So if you go through your dispute process and maybe later on down the line, you have to sue them. You want to sue them. Unless you can prove that you went to them first and you've given them a chance to correct it, you don't have a lawsuit. Like, you literally cannot, even if they are in the wrong, you don't have a lawsuit unless you can prove that you already called it out. That was a rant to a very simple question. But I say all that to say, like I said, it's one thing for them to be infringing on your consumer rights, but it's a whole nother thing for it to be documented and you actually have a case. Right, exactly. So that's why someone said that would explain why a lot of times when people file these reports with the FTC, it never turns out in their favor. Exactly. That is exactly the reason why. When people go to the FTC or the BBB or whatever, they go with complaints. They'll say, hey, they're reporting this, and unless you can show a process in which you've taken, then it don't matter if they're in the wrong. You still didn't do what you were supposed to do. So yeah, they still are not going to be on your side. So yes, that's exactly why a lot of people file reports at the wrong time and don't really realize what the FTC is there for or whatever. My garage door is so loud in my family room. My family room is right above my garage door, so it throws me off every time I hear it because it's like it literally like shakes the room damn near. Can y'all hear that? Because I thought it was thunder at first. Will we talk about how to improve mortgage scores? Yes. The Academy will talk about all scores. I'll actually be doing, well, not all, will, because I have members now. This shit is crazy. But we'll have an entire homeowner. This is not immediate, I just want to say, but this is just kind of give you guys what you can expect. There will be a separate program where I want you to, it'll be where I'm dealing with only homeowners. Like outside of the group, it'll be like, hey, if anyone is here trying to specifically get a home within the next 6 months, sign up here, because I'll have special classes and training sessions that's going to be dedicated to people who are actively in the home process, mortgage lending process. Damn, I can't talk, y'all. Girl, yes. You know I lose my voice every live. If you are new here, yes, I'm always going to be losing my voice. We just ignore it at this point. It always happens, literally. How did I correct my late payments for my student loans? Challenge them separately. requested proof for all of them. They were not, and also asked them to update it. They were not able to provide proof for a few of them. And it wasn't an overnight thing. Honestly, them 22 late payments probably took me over a year to get, because it would be like 1 month I would get one updated, and then it would be 3 months that they kept saying no. So it's a process. It depends on each late payment. Yeah, they'll definitely be late payment later than all that. Hold on. Guys, technically speaking, you don't have to sign dispute letters if your ID is already on there. If your information is on there. However, it's not the end of the day if you did sign it. But you know what though, because I do see this question a lot. I'm actually going to send. Can we get them all? Are y'all? Hold on. Because I don't know if I want to wait until we all get in a group and I just do a live about it, or we'll just send an email blast out. Let me see. Yeah, y'all all pending. So we'll send an email out today. That's the easiest way. We'll send an email out today, since we're not all in a Facebook group as of yet, to address the, like, if you should sign it, in which situation should you sign it, and all of that. We'll send it out. Because y'all not all in a group today. That's where the group would come in handy. But because everyone is not in the group as of yet, because we just launched literally 3 hours ago, I'll just send an email blast. We'll just send an email blast, okay? So you'll have an answer to that question, because I do see it a lot. So you'll have an answer to that question today. I know. I hope we can get y'all all approved today. How do I get in the Facebook group? After you join the academy, the link to the Facebook group is in your portal. If you go to your portal and you go to coaching, then you'll see the Facebook group. Let me see. Let me see exactly where it's at, because let me view. Y'all portal look different than mine. So let me pull up someone's portal so I can tell you exactly where to go. Okay, so you will go to. Okay, so in you guys' portal, if you click tutorials at the top, and then the sub menu, if you click coaching, the Facebook group is at the top. The link to the Facebook group is at the top. It'll also be, you'll also receive another email outside of just like that welcome email. You'll receive another email within 24 hours in case you haven't gotten a Facebook group yet. But if you just want to get it now, you go to your portal, click tutorials, click coaching, and then the Facebook group is right there. Yes. No, not the Road to 750 group. It's a specific group. Make sure you use the email. You enter the email when you request the group. Enter the email that you use to register. It don't have to be the email that's tied to your Facebook account, or whatever. Use the email. Enter the email that you use to register for the program so we can verify you. Do you think you would ever offer? Offer do it for you like a client? No, because you'll get further sending the letters yourself. The hard part is done. Truthfully, the system does the hard part for you. The only thing you have to do is mail the letters, and that's again by design. Let me see. Why does it only update every 40 days? Great question. Because the credit bureaus get 30 business days to respond. You have to account for mail. The mailing time. You have to account for delays. So if the system pulls a report every 30 days, chances are they're not going to get an update. You're going to miss an update pretty much for an entire month until it circles back the following month. So 40 days is another thing that we specifically put as opposed to 30, because every 30 days, the chances of you receiving the update every 30 days by clockwork based on the credit bureaus, I promise you it'll be a waste of time. It'll actually be a waste of money to pull your report every 30 days, because we'll be pulling the same report. Literally, we'll be pulling the same report. The credit bureaus are not going to respond in exactly 30 days sometimes, and it just is what it is. So 40 is on purpose. 40 is on purpose. We gotta account for mailing times, account for the credit bureaus actually updating the information as well, because it typically takes them a few days to update as well. I need some lip gloss. Lip gloss is hell. Why does Experian differ from? Why does Experian differ from the other credit bureaus? Oh, all three of your credit scores can vary. All three of them, because each credit bureau report different things. And also, there's different versions of your credit score. So what's important is your report. Your report is what's consistent. The score is different versions of your score. It's like 20 different versions of your credit score. Right, exactly. 30 days, child. We'll be pulling the same report, and mind you, each time we pull your report, we have to pay. Just to tell you behind the scenes, each time the system requests your report, we have to pay the provider to present this information to us. So I don't want to waste your money, or I don't want to waste mine. It's just, there's no point in doing it every 30 days, child, because it's gonna be nothing. Experian and Equifax pulls every 38 days, but most people think it's 30. Yeah, so yes, you're correct. You work, so someone works for them, but that's true as well. But they say how they word it is monthly reports, because it is a monthly report. They are pulling your report at least one time per month. But most people think monthly report means every 30 days. No. It just means once a month they're going to refresh your report. But yeah, so 38 days. That's interesting. I thought at first it used to be 33, I think. So 38 now. That makes more sense though, because 33 still is not enough time. Right. It's interesting on the behind the scenes of things like that. I never understood how that part works. Oh yeah. I'm learning too though. I'm learning too, because I'm new to this side of it as well. Like the technical side of credit, in terms of like the companies that supply the information and what different types of information that each company supplies. Like it's a lot. So when choosing who the provider was, because I could have pretty much gotten any provider, and it's a reason why there's only one option. It's a reason. But yeah, it's interesting to me. I like learning stuff like that too, though. That's like, I really love learning. It's been interesting. It's been very interesting. Dang, your name say users 35. So I'm not sure of your name. What's your name, so I can pull up your portal? User 353575595. The one who have the question about the increase. I don't know if you want to put your name though. I guess that's the only way I'm gonna be able to identify you though. Give me your name and I'll pull up your report, and I'll let you know about your disputes. I won't show it. Well, yeah, I'm sure their page is fake, but they're still a real person. That let me see. Yeah, what's your real? Is it Nicole? Your real name Nikki? Is your real name Nicole? And is your last name Jay in the system? You just got to give me your first and last name, or well, no, you don't want to give me your email address because it's public. Just give me your first and last name, and I'll be able to pull it. Any recommendations for a check system? Yeah, but what are you trying to claim? Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss her comment. Can you pull mine? Yeah, I'll get yours next. Hold on. You gotta give me your name. Just comment if you want me to. If you have a specific question about your report, comment your name, and if I see it, I'll I'll tell you that I'm pulling your report, and then you can ask the question. Hold on, wait. Don't do it yet though. Let me go. Let me log in, child. Let me log in back to the back office. Hold on. Wait. No. Clients. Okay. Okay, I see Amanda. Hold on. Amanda, what was your question? I'm about to pull yours up. How you spell your last name, D? Amanda, what's your question? I have your account. Oh my goodness, come on. I just logged in. Okay, Amanda, I have your portal up. Let me know your specific question. You can use mine as a live demo. No, because so I need a little more practice in making sure I know exactly when to stop scrolling before I expose personal information, because yesterday I almost exposed personal information. So I'm just not comfortable with sharing a screen right now. Because chat, I just be talking and scrolling, next thing you know, your whole address is showing. So I got to train myself to stop at a certain point on a page, and it has to become like automatic, like clockwork, because I don't 1, 2. It'd be too many people watching my live and then also going back to watch it for me to feel comfortable exposing information. So give me a little more chance practicing, making sure I know every screen, what information is showing, you know? Because it would be like, okay, I don't think any information is going to show on the next page, and then your email address pop up or something like that. So child. Amanda, shit, my bad. I have your account put up. I didn't miss your question. Let me just look. I'm gonna just see if I see anything off GP. So it's looking like 4. You have 4. The system has identified 4 accounts in which you should dispute. Okay. Do you have a question about a specific one? You said, I think no, you were not that person. Let me not just assume what your question is. I do see 4 accounts. You have the great thing though, you have a lot of positive reporting accounts. That's like great. That's amazing. I do see you have just honestly just 4 accounts. Let me just look at all of your negative accounts. So all positive accounts aside, looks like you have this chart. Okay, so this discover charge off. Okay, so it was a charge off. They sold it to a collection agency. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just see something real quick. Barclays. You had 2. Did you have 2 separate Barclays account, or is this the same account? Okay, different account numbers. So let me confirm. Did you have 2 separate Barclays account? 2 separate cards, I mean, with Barclays? I just want to make sure that this is not double jeopardy. 2 separate. Okay. So it's looking like one was from 20, and then so they closed them down at the same time, pretty much. Let me see. No balance. So did they sell these to collection agencies? Because I don't see the collections. Did you pay these charge-offs? Did you settle them in any way? Debt consolidation. Okay, that makes sense, because I'm like, I don't see where they assigned the debt. So and I'm sorry, did you have a specific question before I get to rambling? Hold on, y'all. I see y'all names, but let me address her since I have her report pulled up. What accounts do you have late payments on outside of these 4, 1, 2, 3? Outside of these 4 accounts? These close. Are you talking about on open accounts? Because I'm not seeing any open accounts with late payments, but let me make sure though. Let me make sure. What accounts? So I could just go to it real quick. Oh, just that. Okay, so let me go back to where I was at. Yeah, these 4 accounts are charged off. So it's a derogatory account. It's a key derogatory account. So when it comes to charge-offs, it's pretty much like beating a dead horse trying to challenge a late payment, because there's no way that the credit bureaus nor the company is going to go back and retroactively correct the late payments on a charge-off account, because that account is considered a dead account, especially after about 180 days. So at that point, my suggestion would just be to challenge the entire account, as opposed to trying to get them to update the credit history on a charge-off account. It also wouldn't help you, right? Because the account will still be charged off regardless if they correct all of the payment history. It'll still be a charged-off account. The account status on a charge-off is overwhelmingly going to do more damage than the individual payment history for that account, you know? So instead of trying to cut the tail off the donkey, let's chop the head off. Let's dispute the entire account. That's what the system already defaulted it as too. So all of your suggested disputes are aimed towards disputing the entire account as opposed to a specific thing. That's why. So I absolutely would suggest you do the entire account, because trying to dispute a specific month or a specific late payment on a charge off is pointless, to be honest. It's not going to make a difference on your credit profile. Like, even if they update it, it's not going to change the fact that it's a charge off, you know. And you don't want them to. I don't even like dilly-dallying with payment history when it comes to charged off account, because what happens is, if the credit bureaus make any changes to that account, that brings that zombie account back active, because it has a recent activity. So it'll update your date of last activity and also extend the statute of limitations and all of that. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And that's You said, okay, I was wondering why it didn't identify the payment history. Right, exactly. Because that's not the best dispute for a charge-off account by far. That's just asking for them to update the account. And that's not what we want. Okay, who else? Who else want me to look at theirs? And by the way, guys, in the Facebook group, it'll be some nights where I'm just on there for hours and just doing exactly this, pulling up your reports and answering specific questions. So even if I don't get you right now, don't worry, trust me. Okay, let me go back. Who I see? Okay, let me get somebody off YouTube or Facebook. Facebook, y'all gotta comment y'all name. When y'all comment, it brings it up as Facebook user. So make sure your comment is your actual name, so I know. Because Amanda Davidson. Oh, that's a common name. Hopefully it's not more than one Amanda Davidson, but let me see if I can find it. Davidson, Amanda. Amanda, what's your question? You can be typing your question while I pull up your report. Yeah, I definitely need to put up my other monitor because having one monitor is just so foreign at this point. Who is this? Who is it? Amanda. Amanda, what was your question? I have your portal pulled up. I see you've started your TransUnion letters as well as your Equifax. You haven't started Experian yet. Did you have a question about your Experian report? Can I use an existing smart credit with the Academy? So no, you have to be on a specific price plan. And when you sign up, it'll basically give you the directions on how to switch your current account to credit Academy. I'm missing Amanda. Child, let me pay attention. Amanda, did you come with your question? I just hope your name doesn't say Facebook user, because child, it's gonna be hard to keep track. Off topic, are you promoting a work from home offer to make candy boxes? It seems like a scam. No. Yeah, it's so many damn fake pages that I can't even keep up. But no, I will literally never inbox you to promote anything. Not even for Credit Academy have I inboxed you guys. So for damn sure, it won't be over no candy boxes. So no, it is a scam. I won't ever send you a link. Please don't click links from scammers, guys. They will take control of your account. They can possibly hack you and all that, child. Do not click any link, especially if it's coming from me. I won't even outwardly inbox you. Usually ever. But all of the social media accounts that I have are, let me just put them on the screen, but they're all linked in my bio. They're all on the website, roadto750.net. The only email address right now, as of now, that you guys need to watch out for is info@roadto750.net. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. But as of now, I wanted to keep it simple and specifically info@roadto750.net. If it's any other email, please don't click it. Because yesterday someone sent me a screenshot of someone. It looked so real. It was so fucking crazy. They somehow had an email address that looked almost identical to ours, the same picture and everything. So please make sure. info@roadto750.net. Let me put it on the screen. I'm trying to find it. 1 second. Is it not on the screen? No, it's not. Right here. Let me move the little banner. Okay, that's all of the social medias that's associated with me. If it's not one of those, it's not me, no matter how real it looks. Oh, Amanda, I do still have your report put up. I missed your question if you commented it. Yeah, I'll be randomly giving away memberships throughout the next. I may. So what I tell people is make sure you're following me on all platforms, because I may or may not randomly just pose a question or, have a giveaway on one of my verified platforms. Make sure it's not a scam. I won't inbox you. Let me just be clear. I will not inbox you and say, hey, you won, or hey, enter a chance to win by clicking this link. If someone does that, because they will do that, it's not me. It's not me. You'll know if it's me because I don't want to say how I'm gonna do it because I don't want them to do it, but I won't inbox you and say, hey, click this link to answer this question. Please don't do it. Don't click that link, please. I'm not selling anything. I'm not, what else I seen? Child, they be creative as hell. They be creative as hell. If you ever are suspicious, please reach out to info@roadto750.net and the team can literally confirm if it's us or not. But you'll know. You'll know if it's me for sure. Someone already contacted me about winning yesterday and I figured it was a scam. I'm like, do they be sitting here watching like live and just like creating? It's insane, the turnaround time. Like they're dedicated. Like is it a job? Is it a full-time job? I don't even understand how they find the time. Because if they didn't already did that and we was just on live late last night and they have already they contacted me as well. I thought I won. I'm so glad I didn't click the link. Oh my goodness. It's sick. It's really sick. People are truly sick. Yeah, it is a full-time job because that's how they make money. You're right. They do make money that way. So it really is a full-time job. So no, I won't inbox y'all. I will not inbox to say, hey, you won. Click this link. Nope. Nope. Also, the winners will be posted. That's what I meant to say. The winners of the giveaway, they'll be posted within 72 hours. They'll be posted. So okay. Amanda, I must have missed your question. So I'm not going to pass on you. If I do see you, I'm gonna leave your portal up, but I am going to take another request. Who else have a specific question about there? Now, don't just comment your name if you just want me to pull it up and you don't have necessarily a specific question right now. But if you do have a specific question and you want me to look at a certain account or whatever, then comment your name. Michelle Scott. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna pin it. If you don't mind. Do you mind? Do you guys mind if I pin it? Because it pins it to the whole audience. But I'm not going to show your report. I just want to make sure I don't miss or forget who I'm even talking about. But what about the Navy and late payment while I'm pulling it up? Michelle Scott. Is it two of these? Let me see. Okay, I have you. I have your portal put up. You said Navy and late payment. Is it on all three? Ooh, shout out to you. Almost 800, period. Shout out to you. Is it a certain bureau or all? Is it a certain bureau you want me to look at, Michelle? You only have one negative account, so common sense will tell me that's the one you're referring to. Let me get that pulled up. Okay, Navian. Okay, 120 days late. Oh, we gotta love Navian, right? Okay, let me see. Hold on. So it's closed. Let me see. You've since paid off the student loan, right? Is that correct? Or was it transferred? It's very interesting that you only have one Navian account with a late payment, because typically with student loans you will see multiple accounts all listing the same late payment. So it's very interesting that you only have one. You lucky for that, because child, the way that student loans will hit you, it'll affect all of your, because you take out a new loan technically every semester. So a person could miss 1 month, but then on their credit report, it'll literally show that one late payment will be documented on all 9 accounts or all 20 accounts. That's the caveat when it comes to student loans. And another thing about student loans that people don't, federal student loans. Another thing with federal, I'm waiting on your question, Amanda. I mean, who I'm in right now? Michelle. But while we wait, another thing people don't realize is federal student loans don't even report you late until you are at least 90 days late. So they don't report a 30-day late payment. It's not usual that they'll report a 30-day late payment or a 60-day late payment. When it comes to credit reports, 9 times out of 10, if you have a late payment on your student loan, it's going to say 90. It's going to say at least 90. So they let you get 3 months in arrears before they even let people know that, hey, you're late. And by that point, you already now have a major derogatory because you're 90 days past due. Because a 30-day late payment and 60-day late payment, they're still bad, but they're not as bad as a 90+ day late payment. 120 is where we get into pre-charge-off territory. That's where it's like the account is likely about to close or the company is likely about to charge off the account. At that point, like, that's considered a key derogatory. Like a 90+ day is way worse than a 30-60. A lot of times, like when you apply for credit, the system will have these it'll literally look for any 90-day late payments. And then depending on the company, they'll say the system will already be allotted to only give you maybe one 90-day late payment. And if you have more than that, then automatic denial, no matter if you're outside of that, no matter if your credit report is flawless. So yeah, that definitely makes a difference. Oh shit, did I miss your question, child? I don't see your. I do see Amanda. I do see you. Let me go to yours right now. You said I'm going to be buying in the next 6 months, and the collections are burying me. Which one should I start with and have the best possibilities on getting removed? Amanda, let me make sure I'm in your report. Whose is this? Amanda. Okay. What account again? Wait. Oh, what account? My bad. Oh, what? Let me just pull up your negatives. So I see you have 4 negatives. Let me pull them up. Okay. Is it? Okay, so apparently I cannot be in 2 different portals at the same time. It routed me back to Michelle's. So, Michelle, did you have a specific question real quick before I go back to Amanda? Damn. I thought I was doing something. I thought I was going to be able to have multiple portals put up at the same time. But that's cool. Hold on. Let me get you Amanda, because you did ask first. It's loading. It's probably gonna log me out because I was in 2 accounts. It's probably like, what is going on? Will the academy help those who are in the bankruptcy? I think you said bankruptcy process to file. Well, the academy is not going to assist you with filing, because you'll have to get a bankruptcy attorney for that. Now, if you want to know how to properly rebuild or how to recover from bankruptcy, then yeah, we can help you with that for sure. But I can't help you file for nah. But what, have you filed yet? Is it too late? Is it too late before I try to go on this whole rant and stopping you? Why are you filing? Why are you filing? How bad is it? What was your, well, you probably don't want to say that on live. How about how much debt? But are you getting garnished? I'll just say that. Are you getting garnished? Or are you just filing because of derogatory accounts on your credit report? Because if it's just because of derogatory accounts on your credit report, don't file. It's not worth it. Don't file. You can hold on. No, is this who you said? No, I'm not getting garnished. If you're not getting, I wish I could see your report. Damn, they didn't log me out. Yeah, hold on. So you're not getting garnished? You're just filing because of collections? Do not file bankruptcy just because of derogatory accounts. Now, there are specific situations where it would make sense, but 9 times out of 10, probably 70% of the time, most people probably shouldn't have filed bankruptcy. They should have just properly, repaired and rebuilt their credit profile. I don't see your comment. Okay, damn, it routed me back to Michelle. Michelle, it want me to answer your question real bad. And then it's gonna make me go all the way back. Amanda, what was your last name? What was your last name again, Amanda? Let me see if I'm gonna search Amanda. Maybe you're the only Amanda. Let's see. No, you're not the only Amanda. Shit. God damn. How many Not as 37 Amandas. What was your last name again? And then it's a lot of common names, a lot of common last names too. Amanda. Do y'all remember her last name? Just because you're getting garnished don't mean you should file bankruptcy. I should have clarified that. That's not what I was saying. I'm saying like sometimes people are being garnished from multiple parties and they literally can't afford to make a living off what's remaining on their check. And then in that case, I can, more so understand why you will file bankruptcy. But even one garnishment is not always a reason to file bankruptcy, because at most, depending on your state, at most they'll only be able to take up to a certain amount. Scott. Okay, Amanda, let me answer her question real quick because I'm getting distracted. Wait, it ain't Amanda Scott. It didn't come up. Amanda Scott did not come up. Huh? Why it ain't coming up? Let me see. Let me refresh. There are no clients with that name. Amanda Scott, 2 T's. I just had your profile, I thought. I don't know why I didn't bring you up. Hold on. not finding you, girl. I don't know. Hold on. I know you in here though, because I did just have it. Amanda Scott. For some reason, you know. That is so strange. Oh, Davidson. Oh, now why y'all had me thinking it was Scott? Having me thinking I'm tripping. Okay, okay. She did. You did pop up. All right. So let me pull you up. Oh. Okay. I got you. Now. I have your report up. I know. They told me, Scott. I have your report. What was your question, Amanda? Oh, Michelle is Scott. Oh, yeah. That's what happens when I try to do two things at once. Y'all know I'm one track minded. I can't focus on more than one. I focus on one thing at a time. And that's it. Okay, well let me take that comment off. That was throwing me off. All right, so your negative account. Okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 accounts that the system identified for you to challenge. Is there a specific one that you have a question about, or you're just trying to see? I'm going to be buying in the next 6 months, and the collections are burying me. Where do you see on my report that has the best chance of getting corrected? Let me pin it. Where do you see that has the best chance of getting corrected? This single account. Okay, so you have a charge off to. Oh, this is an open account. Okay, hold on. Oh, this open too. Wait. Amanda, this Trident account is oh, okay. That's a current collection. 725. Did you pay it? No. Okay. Can you confirm that you have not submitted any payments to Trident, Amanda? National Credit. Okay, so the Trident first of all, you need to because all of these disputes is something that I would suggest, because even the charge off you should dispute. However, the Trident and the National Credit is your current collections. So those are your most recent collections, which has the most impact on your score, which will also have the most impact on your mortgage score. So if you just want to pick and choose which accounts, because I suggest you dispute all of them. However, if you want to pick and choose, the National Credit, I don't know if that stands for National Credit odd, and then the Trident is going to be what's going to have the most impact on your mortgage scores. Okay, cool. I'm so glad you haven't paid them yet. I was scared because it was confusing me at first with the balance. So the National Credit and the Trident. But I mean, I think you should even submit the disputes for the charge off, because you can potentially get that charge off deleted. And you don't. Wait, let me make sure. So you've satisfied the balance on this Indigo charge off, and then the First Premier. Oh, okay. So you've settled. Have you settled both of these charge offs? The First Premier and the Indigo. It's looking like you settled or paid them. Oh, okay, yeah, I seen them. Never mind. You don't even got to answer that. Payment after charge off. So you paid that and then charge off. It's a little confusing on the Indigo though, because I do see the First Premier you settled. Have you recently settled the Indigo? Because it's not showing a payment, but it's also not showing a balance. So you had to satisfy it in some way. Unless was this sold? Close date 19. What year are we in? Oh, we're in 23. So this is a 4-year-old account. I haven't settled anything besides 1 and 2. Yeah, it's showing that too. So I'm very confused about the Indigo. So what happened with that card? Was it closed, charge off? Why did the company charge it off? Not why did they charge it off, but what happened to the balance? So what I'm suspecting is if this charge off does not have a balance, that means that it's either on its way to a collection agency. That means that the company, the Indigo, sold it or assigned it to a collection agency. So hold on, let me see if there's a collection on your report that's claiming this balance, because a charge off with zero balance that you haven't settled is a red flag, because that now we have to find who has this account, because it's either on its way and you're still within the statute of limitations, you're still within the legal reporting time, because this account was closed in 19. So they have like 3 more years to report this. It can pop up at any point during the next 3 years. But hold on, let me check because I may just be overlooking it. Oh, hold on, because this Trident account. Oh, now it makes sense if you just read, LaShonda. Okay, so erase like the last 30 seconds of what I just said, but that's exactly what happened. By the way, I was overlooking the collection. When a charge off has a $0 balance and you haven't paid or settled it, step one, find out who has it, because that just means the collection agency has it. The collection agency does have it, which is Trident. So that's great because it's already on your report. It's already done all the damage that it's going to do. You don't have to like be waiting around and wondering when it's going to hit. It's already hit. It's already done. Now we have to address the issue, which is that Trident account. That's who Indigo sold your charge off to. And the great thing about that is the system has identified a valid reason to challenge the Trident account. So that's step one. A charge off, if you're trying to purchase a home, a charge off with a $0 balance, it does affect it, but it definitely does not have a huge impact on it. Your lender is not even going to, most lenders, 90% of lenders that I've came in contact with or worked with, a 4-year-old charge off with $0 balance, they're not going to care about that. Right? Because that's not outstanding debt that you owe. I wouldn't even worry about the Indigo charge off account. That's $0. You don't owe them anymore. You need to be worrying about Trident because that's who has ownership of that account and that's who has a legal right to collect on that account. Indigo can't even legally collect on that account from you anymore. So your lender is not going to care about them. They're going to be concerned about Trident. So you need to get Trident you need to get them erased for the best case scenario. And it's a new one. Hold on. 20. Okay, so 3 years. No, it's not even 3 years. We just in 23. So that's like 2 years, meaning it's within that 36-month time frame where it does have a heavy impact on your score. That's going to be, let me confirm one more thing. Yeah, this Trident account, the national credit account is still going to affect you a lot, but the Trident account is probably the biggest thing that's going to affect your mortgage scores for sure. It's the most recent collection that you have, even though your other credit collection account has a larger balance, because the balance is not what determines the impact of a collection. All collections are created equal when it comes to your credit score in terms of the balance. The only thing that separates them is the date. So the more recent, regardless if it's a lower balance, that is doing more damage to your mortgage score. So this Trident account, if you get the Trident account deleted, and let's say you don't get the national credit accounts deleted, that's still like you'll still be in a much better place, your mortgage scores. Okay. So go log into your account and the suggested reason that the system gave you for this Trident account. Yeah, send that. I see that you've already started challenging the national account, which you should, but make sure you get the Trident out ASAP. Get all of them out ASAP. But if you want to prioritize one or the other, the Trident is what's going to have the most impact on your score for sure. Okay, somebody else? What time is it? Damn, I feel like I just got on here. Hold on. I forgot I gotta go back. Hold on before I take a name. Let me go because I gotta go all the way back. I was gonna keep on bringing up hers. Okay. I just took somebody off there. Let me get somebody off Insta. Somebody, is this Insta? Yeah. Instagram. Somebody on Instagram need me to have a specific question about their report? Michelle told me Michelle Scott. Okay, Michelle, what's your question? I'm so sorry. You can give me your question because I did just have your account put up, but I'm gonna get somebody else on. What's your question, Michelle? Comment on Instagram like you just did. I have your portal put up. Judgment is the judgment on your credit report. Who is that? Sierra. Let me make sure I didn't miss your question. Wait. Michelle, every time I'm looking for your question, you disappear. Don't switch platforms because I'm looking on Instagram because I just seen your name. So hopefully you're on Instagram. Yeah, you do need to identify. You do need to verify your identity every single letter. Meaning it's your ID is going to be attached to every single letter. Michelle, you killing me, sis. I can, unless I'm just missing you. Am I slow? Because I see every other. Chad, Michelle, I hate to keep passing you. Brenda, what's your question real quick? Because I'm gonna pull yours up. Brenda, hurry up while I'm looking at IG. Damn, I didn't even see your last name. Brenda Paz. Brenda, what's your question? Well, I have your account. You have 2 accounts? Oh, I was looking. Why is it showing 2 profiles for you? Did you sign up twice? Oh, okay. I'm seeing a credit report is only attached to one. Okay. You have 2 separate logins, but only one of them is linked, the Gmail. So make sure when you log in under the Gmail. What's your question though? See if I see anything. So it's looking. You only have 1 negative account. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's see what we're working with. Damn. I feel like I'm missing it. Okay. Let me pull up your account. Oh, you have, okay. So actually, never mind. It's not 1. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I have your negative accounts put up, unless you had a question about a positive account. Yeah, why is this room so high? All these lights. Brenda, I'm in your account. Brenda Paz. Okay, it looks like you created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You created 7 letters already. Shout out to you. Dang, man. I wish there was a way for you guys. We got to come up with a more efficient way to do this. Maybe comment your question and your name at the same time, so I won't have to be waiting and then you get lost in another comment. I mean, amongst the comments. It'll pass the statute of limitations, but charged off as high debt. So statute of limitations and reporting time are 2 separate things. So something can be outside of the statute of limitations, but still on your credit report, because the legal reporting time, no matter what state you live in, is 7 to 10 years, depending on the account. But if we're talking about collections charge, unless we're talking about a bankruptcy, then everything else has a reporting time of 7 years from the date of first delinquency. So not from when you open the account, from when the account went negative, when it closed and turned from a trade line to a collection, from a trade line to a charge off. So it's from that date, not from when you started the account. And you could be living in a state that only has a statute of limitations of 3 years. Just because they can't, if it's outside of the statute of limitations, they can't sue you for the debt, but they can it still can report on your credit report. You just won't be sued, but they can still try to collect on it. They can still send you 1,000 letter, they can still collect on it, and it still is considered a collection. Dang, Brenda, am I missing? Okay, Michelle, I got you. You said, how do I get the late payments removed? Oh, that was your question. Let me go back to yours. On Navian. How old is this late payment? Let me pull it up. You don't got no increase or nothing. I'm so proud of you. You haven't applied for anything within 2 years. That's great. I love to see a clean inquiry record, because it'll never happen to me. I just know it won't. Dang, pull it up. What account is that on? You know what? Let me just stop being lazy and look at each of your accounts. Okay, Navian, I see it. Oh, okay. How do you get? So it. Oh, I was wondering why I didn't let me click it. I am slow as hell. If you would have seen what I just did. Okay, I got you. I'm right here. So it says. So yeah. So the reason that the system gave you, that's technically the only way that you're able to challenge that, unless you have like outside knowledge that maybe you submitted the payment and it didn't count. But if you don't have any other knowledge that's not already on your credit report, the only way to dispute that late payment is how it's worded, literally. Now, if you know for a fact that you paid, or you should have been on deferment, or whatever the case may be, then that is where I would be like, okay, no, don't send that letter, send this, because you have another issue. But if you know that you were late, the only way to challenge that is how the system has challenged it. That's a great challenge for a late payment, unless the late payment is incorrect. Yeah, no, listen, trust the system, y'all. Trust it. Now, unless you have, like I said, information that's not on your credit report, like if they're reporting a late payment, but you paid, or a collection is reporting a balance, but you have already settled that balance. That's the only time where you would be like, okay, this is not the best way to challenge this, But yeah, send and is this account still open? Yeah, no, it's closed. Damn, it just, I was gonna say, oh goodness, I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so it just closed last year. That account just closed last year. And when was the late payment? Michelle, now that I'm looking at this though, let me tell you, let me just offer something. You opened this account in 2006, right? Child, how many years is that? Hell of years. It's a lot of years. This is damn near a 20-year-old trade, a 20-year-long trade line that only has 3 late payments attached to it, right? So you have to realize that, yeah, you have 3 late payments, but like you also have hundreds of on-time payments that's attached to this account. Be careful with challenging this account, because if they delete this entire account, you have to understand that you lose that 18 years, 17 years, 17 years of history trying to challenge 3 late payments, right? So you lose 500 on-time payments trying to just challenge these 3 late payments. Is it worth it at that point? I always say a great way to gauge if a late payment is worth it, and this is on like brief. Take this with a grain of salt. If you have at least 11 on-time payments for every late payment that you have on an account, then they pretty much wash one another out, right? So if you have a Capital One account and you've had that Capital One account for 2 years, and the only time I would say, nah, we got to aim at that account and try to get that deleted is if you had that account for 2 years, so 24 months, the only time it would be worth it, in my opinion, to challenge that and try to get the entire account deleted would be if you have at least 3 late payments. Yeah, do y'all understand what I'm saying? So if you have at least 11 on-time payments for every 1 late payment this is per account, per this account. If you have at least 11 on-time payments for every 1 late payment that's reported on this account, it's not worth, they cancel each other out, because it takes 11 on-time payments to undo the impact of just 1, right? So at that point, even if you do get it updated, you're not gonna see a change in your credit score, because it pretty much averages it out. In your case, you have 3 late payments. You have 4. I'm sorry. You have 4 late payments, but you have what the hell is 17 times 12? Whatever that is, it's a lot. It's a lot. And something is telling me this is probably your oldest trade line, without having to like go through your entire report for time's sake. Something is telling me that this is your longest standing trade line. It may not be, but this is from 2006. So regardless if it's your longest one, it's definitely aiding to, let me see your credit day. It's aiding to your credit day a lot. Yeah. So this is a scenario where, let me see. That's your oldest. It's your oldest is. Me personally, would I jeopardize a 20-year-old account for 4 late payments? And then here's the thing. Your four late payments are not even showing recent. When do you recall within this last 18, 17 years when those late payments were? When they occurred? No, I know it was paid off. So I'm not talking about the current status of the account. I'm talking about the history. So your payment history takes into account your history, regardless if it's now paid off as of today. The history still matters because it's still reporting a late payment. Oh, are you asking? Maybe you're asking. No, you couldn't be asking it. Yeah, no, I don't want to tell y'all her score. Her credit is great. Now let me see something though. How you go back? Positive. You have a lot of positive accounts, but that's amazing. Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question, Michelle, and you don't have to answer if you're not comfortable answering. Based on just me briefly looking, keep in mind I'm not looking in detail. So it's looking like you opened up a lot of accounts within a 3-year time frame. Like I'm seeing a lot of opened accounts. Yeah, is your credit stuck right now? It's not really moving. It's like stagnant. And I'm assuming if it is, the reason is because you have opened a lot of accounts in a small time frame. So the only thing that's going to get you to, let me look at your scores. So what's keeping you in, keep in mind your credit is good. I'm sure you know that though. But what's keeping you from, if it is stagnant, what's keeping you from like if you're trying to get to 800, right? Because you are well within being able to touch 800. The only thing that I would say is keeping you from 800 right now is age. Yeah, you need to. So you haven't applied for anything in 2 years, which is great. I absolutely would suggest that. When is your most recent account open? Can you tell me your most recent account opening? Like when was the last time you opened an account? Like how long ago? How long ago? Because I can pretty much kind of tell you when you should be expecting an increase based on, that. And another thing, because if you haven't opened an account in 2 years, that would mean that your youngest account has to be at least 18 months. Let me see. Your youngest account has to be at least 18 months. By the time so here's the thing. Any account that's under 18 months is considered new. After all of your accounts ages to at least 18 months, your profile is you don't have new credit, right? So a company wouldn't deny you for having new credit at that point after all of your accounts has reached 18 months. So at that point, sometimes it's because you haven't had much activity within the last 2 years, but that's not your situation because you have activity on your accounts. Am I seeing any installments? Let me see. I'm seeing credit. I'm seeing a lot of credit cards. Let me make sure I'm not seeing shit. You got so many. I'm gonna have to go through each one. Hold on. I don't see any Let me know. I don't see any installments though. Other than the student loan, I don't see any installments because if you have not had an installment, let me make sure, child, before listen, I'll just say it. And if you have an installment, just ignore what I'm about to say. You haven't had any installments other than student loans, right? And hold on. Yeah, that's student loans. Is this credit card? Yeah, I don't see any recent installments other than student loans. So you don't have recent installments. So look, actually, where you at? I don't know what screen you on, but one thing that you could do if you just kind of want to boost, I will open up a short-term installment just to have that history. Now you ain't gonna see an immediate boost after if you get a year secured loan, like a short-term installment, whether that's like self, at about 9 months, you will start to see an increase. Or a way that you can kind of skip that waiting process, take out a self loan, right? And then pay off 90% of it, but leave the 10% remain. Leave at least 10% remaining. And make sure you don't pay it off early, still pay monthly. And then you'll see a boost. It'll be a small boost though. It'll be a small boost, but if you just want a tiny boost, that's the way to do it. But look, you have a 780. So let me see. Are you getting denied for anything or something? Because the only thing that's keeping you from 800 right now is just time. It's just time, right? If you just want to do it that way. But I mean, it definitely would help you to have a short-term installment because you haven't had, and I hope I'm not missing an installment being lazy, because I would have to look at all of your open accounts. But being that you haven't had any full completed installments without, because the other installment, the one installment that you had a late payment. So showing a completed installment according to the term length, so not you paying off early, showing a completed installment will actually help your approval odds and or your limits. Oh, no denials. Okay. So did you have, are you just trying to say like what's keeping you from 700? If that's the case, is the slow process is time, but if you kind of want to speed it up, you can take out a loan. I would take out a short term. I pretty much would take out a short term loan every about like 2 years. I usually don't go more than 2 years without some sort of installment, some sort of active installment, just to keep you, because you got to keep in mind credit mix. Credit mix is only worth 10% of your score, is only worth up to 55 points. But when you're like at 780 or at 750, that's really the only points that you are missing out on. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a way to penny pinch some points. So yeah, so I would say that if you don't want to just wait, because I don't know when your most recent account was open, but if you don't want to wait, then take out an installment, pay off majority of it, but leave some of it outstanding so you can have an open account. Open installment. All right, so let me get one more person really quick. I will be going back live tonight, you guys. I gotta go. Mom duty. It's school. It's practice time. So I'm gonna take one more question, and then I'm going to get out. I have to take my son to practice, and then tonight I'll actually be doing another live. Taylor Russell, what's your question? You said, what do I need to do to buy a house in 6 to 8 months? Oh, how you gonna ask a question that's gonna require? Listen, I'm gonna see. Let me see. On a time restraint, my son has practice at 5:30. Hold on. And this is a loaded question, right? So you know that. I just want to say that first. So okay, the next 6 months. You said 6 months? Let me make sure. Let me see. So 1, 2. When were these? Um, 23 to 22. 6 months. Taylor, hold on. So Taylor, technically, right, you're not that far from having an approvable mortgage score, right? But you're also not that far from having an extremely high interest rate based on your profile, not even your score, your profile. I would not suggest that you purchase a home within 6 months. If you can wait longer than that, because the reason why I'm saying this, because you have a lot of recent derogatory accounts. So these are weighing heavy on your score, your mortgage score. So even if your FICO 8 score is 600, I guarantee you your mortgage scores are probably even 100 points lower. Based on your profile. You need this Navy Federal account, because the system, first of all, the system has identified a ton of challenges a ton of disputes, right? So do those. However, just to kind of, one that's sticking out, this Navy Federal account, this charge off. Make sure you ain't pay it first. Did you this charge off is gonna probably stop you in totality. You're going to have to address this charge off before a lender probably would even approve, regardless of your score. Before they'll approve you for a loan, they're absolutely going to make you deal with this Navy Federal account. And it's not even a dispute thing. This Navy Federal account is suable. Chances are Navy Federal will likely pursue litigation for this account because of the balance. My best case scenario, you need to contact them and work out a payment plan. You need to get on some sort of payment plan with Navy Federal, ASAP, so you can have at least 6 months of documented payments to them. No, you're gonna need at least, I don't know how soon you can pay this off, but you're gonna need at least 7 months of documented payments to them before most lenders will even entertain approving you on the loan. So unless you unless you're gonna pay it off like outright. But it's so large that you probably should get on a payment plan. If you can't just throw this amount of money towards it at once, you need to get on a payment plan. And then the best case scenario is to have at least 6 months of documented payments so that your lender can see that you are actively paying this off and you have a history of paying it off. You cannot miss whatever Navy Federal gives you, like whatever date that they give you or whatever monthly payment that they assign you, you cannot miss a payment with a balance this large. You can't miss a payment. You also cannot ignore an account with a balance this. This is considered a high balance charge off, right? So there's a charge offs and then there's high balance charge off. High balance charge offs are especially dangerous when it comes to mortgages because the chances of you being sued for this account, it increases probably times 100, right? And when it comes to lenders, all they care about is who can take away from your assets or affect your ability to repay them, right? This account would absolutely come in the way of you repaying them, because if you get garnished, right, they can take it out of your check. And what if you're in a situation where you can't afford your mortgage, right? So they're going to say this is a no-no. And by the way, even if your score increases 100 points between now and tomorrow, right, this account will still stop you from getting a mortgage unless you have at least 6 months payments history or have satisfied this balance. Navy Federal is really good though. We're working out payment arrangements with people, but they're not good if you ignore them. If you ignore them, eventually they will sue you, especially for amounts this large. But I would start your dispute process number 1, because while you are dealing with that and paying that down, you still could be ticking away at the other accounts that you have for sure. But that one, because some of these is like, yeah, your lender gonna maybe say do this, do that, but this Navy Federal account, it absolutely, there's no way around it. Pretty much, there's no way around this account, and I'm not even gonna make you believe it. Even if you get this account deleted, your lender is still going to see this large debt because the company is likely going to sue you. So there's no hiding this account, right? And I know that ain't the answer that maybe you wanted, but I can't even look in your eyes and tell you you should get a mortgage within 6 months because your interest rate is going to be extremely high. And yeah, you'll probably get approved for a home, but you're going to be mad as hell after you're paying that interest rate that you're paying on a home. I would not suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it. I think that maybe if you told me that, hey, my goal is to close on a home within the next 9 or 12 months, then we talk. Then we talking based on your report, and that's doable, right? 6 months is doable, but it's doable with a high interest rate. And to me, it's just not worth it. Like, if you can wait a few more months, it'll be better. It definitely will be better. 6 months, it'll be a freaking miracle. It'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle. I hate when I have to give you answers that I know y'all don't want, but no, I wouldn't do it. Not 6 months. I wouldn't do it. Because when I'm looking at your score, if I was just looking at your score, I would be like, you're not that far off of being able to be approved, because FHA only requires you technically to have a 580. Like, you can get a mortgage with 580. It's going to be hard to get a mortgage with 580 because most lenders are going to add that overlay and require at least like a 620, 630. But me personally, I don't suggest that you apply for a home unless you have at least a 630, and that's at least, because interest, like when you've never purchased a home, I think when people view interest, they think of like their car note. It'll add, at the most like $100 to your note. When it comes to a home, you have to understand a $400,000 home, the difference between an interest rate of 5 and 8 is thousands of dollars. It can be $600+ a month difference, right? Like, interest on a large balance loan, on a home loan, that interest hit different. It's not the same as like a car where, you may be upside down in that car, but like, it's not the end of the world. We've probably had a car that we were upside down on, but a home, that can be financially devastating for many years to come. So I wouldn't. We got some work to do. We have some work to do. If you're willing to do the work, you can get a house. That's definitely, but you got to understand this Navy Federal account, it has to be addressed. You got to, and it's recent. The Navy Federal account is what's really killing you. Let me see. Okay, what time is it? Okay, I got time to take one more. I got time to take one more, and then y'all gotta. I don't want to be late. Oh shit, it locked me out. Who else? Who else has a question about their specific report? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Saudi. I'm a real estate agent. Yeah, we can get you. Oh shit. I mean, shoot. No. Damn. I done wasted coffee all on my pants. I'm a real estate agent. Yeah, we can get you approved with a 580, but your interest rate is going to be 10%. Definitely would not. Oh, so you were just affirming what I said. Very true. Very fucking true. I mean, child of interest is insane. Dang, why is it not? Y'all, hold on. It's not letting me log in. Let me go all the way back out. Okay. All right. I'm in here. Who? Shia Wilmer. Shia, what's your question? Damn, how you spell your name? Cheyenne, what's your question? Cheyenne, is it Williams? Cheyenne Wilmer? Oh shit, I spelled your name all the way wrong. Cheyenne? Anna? Let's see. Oh, I got you, girl. What's your question? What is your question? Yeah, I'm coming back live. I'm going to try to come back live tonight. It really depends on my children, but the kids. I'm gonna try to come back live tonight. I feel like I will be able to though. Okay, Cheyenne. I'm waiting for your question, Cheyenne. Make sure you comment back on TikTok because that's where you comment in first. It was something someone signed into my name. Been trying to clear. It was something someone signed into my name is trying to clear. Huh? So I don't know your question, but immediately I see this one collection. Let me see. Did you have a specific question about the collection or a situation or something like that? Because let me see. Is this open? This is from 17. Do you still owe them? Yeah. Okay. So you still owe a collection. What company is Burr of Account? What company? What is? Are they the original creditor? Oh no. Never mind. I see it. It's an apartment. Was this an eviction? I see it was an apartment. Was this? No, it's not showing as a public record though. So I'm trying to figure out how the apartment. Why would the apartment be reporting as just a collection? So they ain't trying to sue you. That's cool. Maybe. Well, did they evict you officially? What's your name? Cheyenne. Did they evict you? I see it's from an apartment, but I don't see a judgment. It's just attached as a regular collection. Were there any sort of legal action with this? Because this is from, you opened it in 2017. So it's 5 years. What state you live in? Because maybe, what state you live? Oh, I guess I can see. Let me go back. You live in Philadelphia. What's the statute of limitations for Philadelphia? Four years. That's why. Okay, I'm like, they ain't trying to sue you. Why they just showing up as a collection and it's an eviction. Okay, so look, let me tell you what happened. Not even what happened. I'm just gonna tell you why they pursued it this way, as opposed to like how a apartment would usually pursue that. So their reporting is just a regular collection because per your state, they're outside of the statute of limitations, so they can't sue you for it. So the only thing they can do is still report on your credit report to try to put some pressure on you to satisfy this balance. Since this account is, let me go back to it. So they really trying to get there. They only have 2 more years if my math is correct, and 9 times out of 10 my math ain't correct. So yeah, I'm not a mathematician, but according to my off calculations, I think they have about 2 years. Let me see. So 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Hold on, 22. Wait, we're in 2023. 1, 2, 2. Hold on. Let me start over. So if this collection was from 17, hold on, ain't this the 17? Oh, make sure this collection is right. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We're in 2023. That's 7 years. But they got 6 more months that they can legally collect. Heart Mission. What's Cheyenne? Don't challenge this account. Don't even touch this account. They trying to get you. They trying to get this status update. They trying to get you back within the statute of limitations because they want to sue. They likely want to sue you for this account. And because you're outside of the statute of limitations, the only thing that they can do is report on your credit report and hope that you give them a reason to challenge this by way of paying it or promising to pay. Because if you promise to pay or pay anything towards this account, the statute of limitations restarts. They only have 6 more months that they can legally report this on your credit report before they have to be gone forever. They can't sue you, nor can they report on your credit report by August of this year, literally of this year. So they're trying to do what I call a last ditch effort, a desperate attempt at trying to update your statute of limitations. What you need to do though, just to protect yourself, I don't know if you within the last 30 days, I actually don't care within that. Right now, today, I want you to go to annualcreditreport.com and print out an official copy of your credit report. It's free. Have that for documentation just in the event that over the next 6 months, this company illegally re-ages this account. And because the only way you're going to be able to prove it is if you have an existing report to show that, hey, no, the statute of limitations for this account or this date, this account was turned over to collections in August of 2017. Therefore, legally speaking, technically speaking, they have until September 1st, no later than September 1st of this year to report this account. I wouldn't even touch this account. I wouldn't even challenge this account. I'm not even going to hold you because you challenging this account can potentially... No, I wouldn't touch this account. They only got 6 more months. What the fuck are they going to do in 6 months other than trying to get you to have some sort of activity on this account? Yeah, no, we're not doing it because it's a $7,000 debt. They're trying to get you back within your statute of limitations. PA is one of those states where they have one of the lowest statute of limitations. So collectors are really like shicey in states with very low statute of limitations because they really got to finagle their way around the system to try to like keep you within that statute of limitations. Don't answer no calls from this company. This company probably over the next 6 months are going to be calling you. They're going to be mailing you letters. No contact. None. Like ignore them like they don't exist. I like never verify anything. When they call, hey, can you verify your phone? Don't verify anything. Like literally, they don't exist. They don't exist forever. But in the very least, until at least September 1st. And what I would actually suggest that you do, is this only on one report? I don't feel like pulling up all 3 of your reports right now. But if this is only on one report, what report is this on? If this is on TransUnion, low key. Hold on. Is this on TransUnion? Is this on TransUnion? I know I can look, but I would have to go to a whole nother situation. If this is on TransUnion, let me just fucking see. Hold on. I guess that's the point of y'all having an account because I can actually see the shit now. Hold on. Let me. Oh, it's on Trans. Wait, let me make sure it's not on Equifax. Okay, we clear on Experian. We're clear on Equifax. Oh, okay. So it's on, what was that? TransUnion and who is this? Equifax ain't gonna child. So what I was gonna say, I will call TransUnion next month. What's this month? February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 6 months. I will call. Yeah, it's gonna be March. So I will call TransUnion. I would say like after the second week of March, and I would ask them for an early exclusion because that account is 6 months from its natural fall off date. And if sometimes when you're within 6 months of the natural fall off date, the credit bureaus will just go ahead and remove it. But don't call them until like March, just so that in case you get a petty rep and it's like, oh, you're not technically 6 months out until this. So actually, yeah, you can possibly get an early exclusion on this account. And let me upload an early exclusion note in the templates too. Let me write that down to myself. I'm gonna also include a letter that you can send to all 3 credit bureaus requesting an early exclusion. Now, keep in mind that there's no law that like grants you an early exclusion. This is wrong account. Oh shit! Wait, what? It's the wrong account. Well, I mean, even if it is the wrong account, regardless, don't touch that account. Don't touch that account. That's the whole thing. What account though? Because all your other accounts are positive on TransUnion. Let me see. Unless you have another question, child. No, but I seen you was about to start a dispute on that account though. That's why I came up. So regardless, don't finish that dispute. I wouldn't dispute this account personally. I wouldn't dispute this account. I think she sent. Oh, it's not her account. Is that what she's saying? Yeah, this account does not actually belong to her. Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole different scenario. That's identity theft. That ain't a factual. That ain't no dispute. Oh, okay. Okay. So let me clarify. I don't know if so this was identity theft. This is not your account for real? What other account? Child, I don't know the question. The comments confusing me. What account? Say right, you gotta say the account. Let me see. On Experian, but what account? Zion. Let me see, who are they? Vivint. Oh, that's recent too. Okay, we talking about the Vivint one, the Zion one, Borough of Accounts. Wasn't I just in this account? No, that's the account that I'm talking about. The borough. Girl, look, I'm gonna say this word so wrong, but Adabun Apartments, the apartment complex. That is who the Borough of Accounts is under. So that was the account that I was talking about. Because the only other account is a Vivint one, right? And the Vivint one, the reason that the system gave you to challenge that, yeah, that's exactly what I would suggest. Yeah, you should challenge that. However, the apartment account, that's the one you don't touch. Don't dispute that. You can dispute the Zion one though. Yeah, girl. Yeah, the system was on point with that one. You should send the suggested reason that the system got, the suggested round 1 reason. Listen, trust the system. Yeah, I promise you, the system it knows what to look for, number 1, and also knows how to address every single issue. Every single issue, there's a coincided letter. Now, not the only time, but if an account is not yours, and regardless of what the system is saying, if it's identity theft, then that's a whole different process. Under the template section, there's an identity theft guide. So if an account is not yours, you wouldn't just challenge the account with the credit bureaus based on validity. No. You need to challenge it based on identity theft, and then there's a whole process that coincides with identity theft. Now, I wasn't talking to you. Who am I under? Whoever I'm under, and I was just talking about the comments. Okay. What time is the child? The wait time be escaping. Oh, 444. The wait time be escaping me. Yeah, I really gotta go low key, high key, middle key. Okay. Real quick before I get off here, because I have to take my son to practice, y'all. But when I am gonna try to come back live tonight, but it's gonna be late. So if y'all not up late tonight, then you probably will miss me. But I will be coming live all week though. So don't even worry. And then if you're in a group, like, you're gonna get tired of seeing me because you're literally gonna be seeing me so much. By the way, if you haven't signed up for the Credit Academy yet and you're interested, you can go to roadto750.net and sign up. It's a guided do-it-yourself credit repair program. The system will identify your best disputes based on your credit report. You'll import all 3 your credit reports, and it'll identify any disputes, any recommended disputes. You send those recommended disputes. But then, in addition to that, you'll also learn how to rebuild your credit profile outside of repairing it, because you got to repair your credit, but you then also have to rebuild it as well. And I like to do it at the same time, unless you're trying to wait 3 years before you can use your credit. That's wasted time. So I like to repair and rebuild simultaneously. So yes, if you are interested in it, if you tried to repair your credit in the past, couldn't do it, got caught in the process, got stuck in the process, need someone who is an expert in the in credit, join Credit Academy, and it's guided. So when I say DIY, I don't want y'all to get scared, because it's a guided DIY. Like literally, it's guided. The system does the heavy lifting for you. You just gotta like pick up the light boxes in terms of like, you have to mail it. The system will give you your disputes, but you gotta mail it. I can't mail it for you. You have to. It'll send it to your email. You have to print it out and mail the letters. You have to attend the credit building training session so you can actually learn about credit. So it's a partnership. I do the hard part in terms of the logistics of credit. That's what I excel in. I can talk about credit in all day. Like that's my lane. Let us handle that. Road to 750 got that. Let us handle the logistics of the credit repair, but we still need you to be present and also to make sure you are sending the disputes. Because I can give you 10 letters. If you don't send them, child, I might as well write them on the wall, because you got to send them. So it's a partnership. It's guided. You're not going to, like, if you are overwhelmed with trying to repair your credit, this is literally what I designed the program for. It's the easiest way that one will be able to repair and rebuild their credit all in one space. So that's why I'm super proud, first of all, of the software and also of this academy. It's my first membership that I've ever had. I've been online educating about credit for years. I've never had any sort of membership because I have never been able to identify a value that I would be able to add. Because I didn't have this, because I have offered do-it-yourself credit repair programs and solutions for years, but there's always been, okay, someone to get started, but then in the middle of the process, they'll be like, how do I respond to this? Or I didn't expect them to respond this way, so what do I do next? And when you're dealing with pre-made templates that aren't customized to your credit report, you can only hope that it applies to your credit report. You can only hope that it will cover the situation that you are actually trying to dispute. The great thing about the system is there's no hope. It's the letter that it generates is specifically for your credit report. So there's no guessing involved, right? So very, very proud of the system. I just gotta keep saying that, because like that, I'm very like proud of the system, and we still at the beginning stages. Who knows, down the line maybe we'll have an app, I'm not sure. Hopefully, I'm putting it in the environment. I like to speak things into existence. So it's a forever growing platform of, like, you'll be getting value constantly. There's not a 30 days is gonna go by that I'm gonna take your funds without adding value. I can promise you that, and I can stand on that, because I don't do the just trying to be in it for like a cash grab and take people's money. No, you never had to worry about that with me. Y'all never had to worry about that with me. And I know y'all don't ever question that. And I appreciate that, by the way. But because I'm happy you guys know me in that way, knowing that if I am offering something, I'm standing behind it. If I put my name on something, I am standing behind it. I don't play when it comes to credit. I don't play when it comes to my reputation, especially in an industry where it takes 1 second to ruin your reputation. And it's financial. You know what I mean? You can ruin someone's life by playing with their finances. And I don't take that lightly. Like, first of all, let me just say, I never take that lightly. The fact that you guys do trust me with such pertinent information, with such information that literally affects your family, I don't take that for lightly. I don't take it for granted. Like, it is not lost upon me the magnitude of what you guys trust me with day and day. So I'm getting like emotional. Anyways, I'm very proud of this academy or whatever. And it's no pressure to join it if you can't right now. Don't spend your last trying to join this academy. Like, I know influencers will come out here and be like, you buy my program and you will change your life. Don't spend your last on this program. And I'm like so serious. The program will be here. Like, if you got to take a few months, get your stuff together, I still will be offering free solutions to credit repair. I still will be coming live on my regular platforms. Just sit back and watch for a while. I still have free letters and all of that, right? Don't spend your last on this academy, like, for real, because if it's your last, there's only still but so much you can do, right? You can't build credit if you don't have, maybe you need $100 to put a deposit on a credit card. So it really is just going to turn into you just having another monthly bill and adding to your debt. Don't want to do that. If you are not fully ready to like repair your credit and know that you have either the resources to rebuild or add trade lines if you need to, then I personally don't think it's the right time to join the academy. Join it when you are ready, like, to go. Don't just join it to support me. And I appreciate the support, because I was seeing a lot of people saying, like, I don't need to repair or rebuild my credit, but I still want to join your program. I fucks with that. I love the support, but don't join the people in the, it's an academy, you know, that like it's an academy, so it's really made to teach you. And if you just want to learn, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can support me by just being here. Like, don't support me by just subscribing just because, like, you know, don't do that. I'll be offering other programs, all of that, you know. So if it's your last, we're not doing that. But still make sure you tune into lives. Be looking out for giveaways, because I'll be still doing random giveaways. So the giveaways are not over with. Make sure you follow me on all platforms, because I will be doing random giveaways. And yeah, and just sit back and just sit back. You'll still learn. Ain't nothing stop. It's today. Is the first official day is today. The first official launch day is today. So nothing has happened. Like, you haven't missed anything. If you do subscribe and you are waiting for your interest in the group, we're going to try to get everyone approved within the next 48 hours. We have to like literally go person by person and approve you guys and verify that you are a member. What else I need to tell you? If you're having issues connecting your smart credit account, one more time before I leave, contact Smart Credit directly at 1-877-372-3895. 1-877-372-3895. You can contact them directly so they can get your existing Smart Credit membership switched over to Credit Academy, because you do have to be on the plan designed for Credit Academy for the system. Or you can email them at supervisor@consumerdirect.com. Make sure the subject line you include Credit Academy so that they can expedite your process. They have a team reserved just for Credit Academy launch to get that process started in the quickest way possible. So please make sure you get all of the issues, the login issues worked out, because I plan on the first lesson being Monday. I plan on it. If we can make sure that we can try to go smooth for the remainder of this week and get everyone in the Facebook group and make sure everyone is acclimated with the system, watch the quick start videos, guys. Watch the quick start videos, because yeah, you may think it's insignificant, but there's little things that you need to know, right? So watch the quick start videos. Do that before Monday. You can even generate your letters and send them. What else? Oh, get any login issues figured out by Monday, so we can just hit the ground rolling. It's Wednesday. We got like what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 4 days. You got 4 days, and all of the issues that you're any issues that you facing can absolutely be solved within 4 days. So hopefully we on the same page come Monday, hopefully, because I wanted to do the first lesson, or at least just a touch basis live, just a initial live launch in the group, and it'll be in the group, guys. What else? If you were a recipient of the giveaway, we will be contacting you within the next by Monday. We'll be contacting you by Monday. What else? I'm missing something else important, I'm sure. I'm always miss something important, but I'm always come back, so it don't even matter. Thank you guys so much for the fucking support for this. Like, oh man, this is crazy. Like, y'all really, like, I fucks with y'all. That's it. I don't even know what to say. Like, I knew that I would have some, like, I knew y'all would support it, because I knew that y'all would find a value, because I knew it was valuable. But to see it, the shit is surreal. To see it, the shit is surreal. Like, I'm just ready to go. I'm just ready to hit the ground rolling and just start. Y'all are seemingly ready, because I see so many people have already started their disputes and all of that. So get all that taken care of, so we could fucking go. So we could get the boring shit out the way. See, this part of the process is the shit that I like my team to handle. I don't like dealing with this. I even tell my team, listen, I just want to worry about credit. I just want to worry about the credit part. Like, handle the rest of that, because I like to just be in what I'm good at, which is credit. So I'm ready for y'all to get in my hands. Y'all dealing with the team right now. Before you get in that Facebook group, y'all really dealing with my team, and I love my team. Shout out to them, because my team didn't listen. We was not supposed to launch at 12 o'clock. We all stayed up. So shout out to them. However, y'all in their hands until y'all in the Facebook group. I'm ready for our like family reunion. I'm ready to like touch bases with y'all. So come on, y'all, get y'all shit together so we can start. The Facebook group link is in a portal. You got to go under tutorials, in y'all portal. I think it's under tutorials and coaching. So go click tutorials and then click coaching, and the Facebook group link is at the top. But yeah, it's at the top. And then you request it. Make sure when you request a Facebook group, it'll tell you when you sign up, but you make sure you use the email that you use to sign up for Credit Academy. So yeah, and we're gonna be approving requests and shifting through all of that or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the group, and also I'm gonna come back live hopefully tonight. I'm gonna try. And shout out to y'all if you want to sign up, road to750.net, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye IG. I love you guys. Bye Facebook and Instagram. I really fucking love y'all. They gone, so I can really tell you, like, I really fucking love y'all. Shout out to all the credit cousins.